This a Batman tune. I promise you. This shit lit, cuz. This shit lit. Alright? Run that joint.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rebel.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop ball. I die for I let my colors fly, ball. For a nigga take me, they'll drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop head. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did to Billy go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they sing about that ribbon like petty poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made, might feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on One West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's my enemy. A little nigga, this that cold, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the best. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. You PK bad man, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man. Shit, got the rate, the power, I been the showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that One West up, then I swerve out. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's One West practical, gladiator, maximal. Creep on them slow, but that Glock fire rapido. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no cow, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. On your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're One West. They're One West. They're One West. They're
ISUPK, Trinidad and Tobago, under Commanding General Yahanna. We will be live on the streets, 91.9 FM. Every Thursday from 7 p.m. Hosted by Captain Sawapya Allah and Officer Maskwayak. ISUPK under Commanding General Yahanna. Live every Thursday night from 7 p.m. on the streets, 91.9 FM.
Serious, and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do His will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play, cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo.
Amazing Yahanna don't like no soldiers. Through the Spirit of the Lord, we don't like no soldiers. You understand me?
Like a saint, black, Hispanic, native, they hate y'all as the same. Hate Christ in their image, hate you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lies sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UVK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville when I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock. On my life, I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under Yahanna, ain't me murdered by them and got a hug from Yahanna. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game. Put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí.
Lord Commandant General Yahanna na ESUPK.
This is what Commander General Yahanna did. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. I had to dig.
That's right.
You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my households. Yes, you said.
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
expected to grow. Just also go set in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Yahanna's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Von Dale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Man, that's crazy.
Hold on, let me make sure I got my shit right.
Oh man, it's not TV, man. We're doing the big out here once again, man. ISUPK and the Commander General Yahanna, man.
You heard about the mission to Acuna. This is the mission to Kensington.
The mission to K&A. we out here in Kensington, Allegheny. You know, it's a notorious spot in the city of Philadelphia. A lot of drug addiction, a lot of homelessness, a lot of poverty in the city of Philadelphia. It's famous, you know, across the world at this point. Man, y'all caught me eating some of this amazing food that these sisters done put together, man. Under Commanding General Yahanna, we got some amazing spirits in this school, man. Raised up right, you know what I mean, to come out here to the hood, the gutter, and man, and we gonna do this work wherever we go. You know what I mean? The water to Commanding General Yahanna, putting that work in and raising up brothers and sisters like this, man. You know what I mean? We coming to every major city, man. Every city where One West at, we gonna try to do these hot food drives. You know what I mean? I'm here to support the people that's in need. That's what the school, that's what we all about. When it come down to it, we are here to help the people that are impoverished, destroyed, people at the bottom. Everything we do, that's what we do it for. Everything we say, even though it may seem hateful, even though it may seem crazy and outlandish, everything we do is for the people at the bottom. That's what
we don't know how they made my day, man. It's the food, the blessing, man. they put their foot onto that meal, man.
That's what's up, man. We appreciate you, man.
Hey, this is one of the best meals I ever had down here, man. By far. Hey, man, that's the love, man. I just show that they're trying to get back to the people, man. Let people know people care, man. That's what's up, man. Y'all continue up the hard work, man. For real. It's noticed, man.
We appreciate that, bro. We appreciate that,
man. People appreciate y'all, man. For real. Giving a lot of people hope, and whereas so a lot of people don't have hope, man. That's what it's about, man.
So, you know, it's a beautiful day today. The sisters came out from New Jersey, Delaware, Philadelphia, came out to support the event.
That's that good old curry soup I made. You gotta taste it.
It's the sisters' choice to do this, man. They hearts. Their hearts is huge. And people think our sisters is locked up or something. Like we got them locked in cages. No. Our sisters out here, they giving back just like us. They willing to work for the Most High just like us.
Hey, and guess what?
We're still protecting them. Come on now.
Yes, sir.
Tighten up. That's what we do, man. ISBK. I'm the Commander General.
God, sir.
We feed the community, man. Get in line, get with us. This is what we do. All the brothers is here. The sisters is doing an amazing job. We out in Kensington and Allegheny. If you know anything about that, you know we out here. We don't care. We feed Israel.
Lit is not the word for it. We are so happy and thankful and grateful for y'all guys allowing us to do this for the ISCPK and for our family and friends out here. We up in K&A. They got Gia up in K&A.
In the belly of the beast, man. We up here in Kensington doing what we was raised to do, doing what we bred to do, and that's to show brotherhood. You see what I'm saying? And the sisters, it's not about us. It's about the sisters, man. The sisters is doing a great job out here. You know, and this is how the Lord get His glory, right here.
They put their foot into it. Ain't nothing but love.
Yeah.
Food. Can't even explain it.
Most High Christ.
I'm trying to do it for you more often, okay? All for you, Hebrew.
Hey,
for you,
thank you. Hey, anytime, hey, I already know. This right here, wow.
Shout out to Knock, man, making history. You know what I mean? He only got like 2 to 3 subscribers, but man, make sure you subscribe to Knock TV, man. Hit that notification bell, like, share, and subscribe to this content, man. We got Nabar real with Nabar, man. Say something to the camera, bro.
No, he gonna send it to me. I need that.
One west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
How about some shot broken? Y'all should not talk. Hey, what's going on, Kim? How you feeling?
Man, Shalom, sir. How y'all doing?
Good. Man, you better prepare for what's coming, boy, because was it last week, Cap? It was a week before now. In fact, we was talking about the next shooting incident is going to be what send us over the edge.
Yeah.
And you see they killed that 1-year-old boy in Mississippi.
Come on one concert.
When this happened?
I believe yesterday, right?
Come on one concert. I believe it was yesterday or 2 days ago. But I know they had a protest outside the town hall yesterday. If I could, sir, could just run it down for everybody.
Yeah, please. Let me see if I find the young boy's picture and stuff to put up.
Come on,
Sako, that's why we tell black people, you better come here for your news, because the oppressor, this is something, you know what I mean, should be on mainstream media. But it's not.
Yeah, man. Was that Salaki?
No, Salaki, if I could, sir. Senatobia, Mississippi is a town that's about 45 minutes south of where I am in Memphis, Tennessee. And it's one, there's a lot of small little towns in Mississippi, where a lot of what our people go through goes unrecognized or underreported. But this unfortunate story is a 1-year-old boy was unalived by a police officer as his mother left from a Walmart where they tried to say that the cops were trying to apprehend her or stop her. But in the sister fearing for her life and knowing the reputation that we have dealing with the police, the sister was leaving, the Walmart, and they opened fire on her vehicle and unalived her 1-year-old child. Now, they tried to say that the news media tried to say that the sister was shoplifting and she had stole from the Walmart. The sister had her receipts, had all of her, things showing that she paid for whatever they said that she had stolen. And in her fear of her life, knowing the reputation that our people have encountering, the police, the sister left the scene and they opened fire on her. And this young brother lost his life. And so the people out there in an uproar, they went and protested. Now the police, in response to what happened, they gave the officer unpaid leave while they doing an investigation. And the people in Senatobia was not, that just wasn't, it wasn't something they could stand for. So they protested and marched outside of the city hall yesterday. They wanted the officer to be, fired from the department. They want him to be brought up on charges of, second-degree murder, manslaughter, because there is no justification at all for opening fire at a vehicle that a child is inside.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah. And okay, so they're accusing them of shoplifting, basically.
They said that the police tried to stop her. She left the Walmart, loaded up in her car. They tried to stop her because they said that somebody said that she may have stole something. She was already in her vehicle and leaving when they tried to run up on her. She pulled off and they shot at the car. That's the video I saw. I saw the video of her. They in the car. The police is trying to run and flag it down. She pull off and they just opened fire. It's not like there was an altercation. There was an argument and they ran and got in the car. They saw this woman walk with her children, get in the car, load up the groceries and pull off. And as she's pulling off, they try to stop the car. She kept going. They pulled out fire and shot at the back of the vehicle, killed the boy.
No, okay. Why did they stop her? That's what I want to get.
They were saying she shoplifted. Somebody said that she is shoplifted.
And from what I understand, she's saying that she has the receipt and everything.
She's saying she got the receipt for all of her groceries and everything she bought. It's almost as though if you from the video, she don't know what they saying or what they doing. She already pulling out the parking lot. Like somebody trying to flag you down, you keep going, you just shoot at them. Like, it's absolutely, it's the cruelty of our oppressors, sir. It's their bloodlust and their bloodthirst. There's no care or concern for our lives and our livelihood. For over bottles of water to open up fire on a vehicle, it just doesn't make any sense. It's just not conscionable. You know what I'm saying? These are the cops that's running after the shots were fired. And they shot at like I said, the cop shot at the vehicle. That's the car pulling off. That's him shooting. And them shooting, the child got unalive, sir.
And I saw a picture of the car, brother. They were shooting from in front of the car. So it got to have had cops on the other side of that too. It ain't just the cops in the back of the car.
I didn't see the footage from the front of the car, sir. I saw this video here and I read the story. I did not see the front of the vehicle was shot there. So if that's the case, that means they, and again, they knew that this woman had a child in the car. They seen her in the vehicle.
Yeah,
outraged. The people are outraged because there really is no justification. This woman wasn't a threat. She wasn't presenting any danger or harm. Let's say she's fleeing the scene. Y'all got her on camera in the Walmart. Y'all have her on camera in the parking lot. You could just read the license plate. If somebody did something, just go do an investigation. Go track them down and find them. Why are you opening fire in a public parking lot at a vehicle with children in the car?
So now, in fact, we getting a little audio, I think, coming from your end.
So, like I said, they of course, Esau's putting their spin on it, trying to demonize this woman and say that, she's to blame. But there's just no excuse for police officers opening up fire on a vehicle with children in the car. It's only a reckless endangerment of a child that would have somebody to do something that's so brazenly violent and, unconscionable. So,
Yeah, it's like this is the picture I saw when I first heard of the story. You see the bullet hole on the windscreen, and then the whole passenger side is shut out, and there's bullet holes all the way down. So it's like the video we saw, like these cops is they're responding from behind, but I'm thinking they got to have had cops on the side unless they just shoot through the damn car.
Yo. Remember they did this too with this woman that came up to DC. I think she was driving.
Yeah.
I forget what she was actually doing, but they shut the car up. And I think everybody in there.
I think the baby survived, but they put so much bullets in the car that they could have killed the child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is as a result. These are as a result of them, the hundreds of years of dehumanizing. You understand? Where there's no thought that comes to mind that these people are human and we cannot treat them the way we're treating them.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first thing that comes to our officer mind is, I fear for my life. I'm going for my gun.
Copy. I don't remember. It's a man driving the car, not a woman. If you understand where I'm going with it. No, it's a sister driving the car. But remember, Trump and his boys just called Michelle Obama a man.
Oh, Salaki, that went over.
You don't understand the psychology. You don't understand the whole stripping away of humanity that happens to us when they could say these things out loud and treat us in a certain way.
Yeah.
You remember Derek Chauvin called Michael Brown. He said it was like a Hulk was coming through the window. You remember that?
Yeah.
This is a 15-year-old boy. He said Hulk was coming through his window.
And who knows if he pull him in and then do what he had to do.
I guarantee you that boy ain't going nowhere closer. I guarantee you that shit. I guarantee it wasn't even that. His friend's story was totally different to it. And this story here, it got to have more involved. And why would you open? The cops are going to try to say the car, she tried to hit them with the car.
She used this as a weapon. Yeah.
That's what they're going to try. And that's why I say, was there somebody in front? Was there an officer in front? I can't see that. I could only see the ones in the back.
Yeah, but Cap, I think they train them not to stand up in front vehicles.
Well, that's true, I mean, that's true, but
so like also too, if I could, sir, okay. In these small towns in in all of Mississippi, right? Senatobia is one of these small towns where there's a large concentration of black people with an nearly all white police force. And if I could make brothers up north kind of understand what it's like in these small towns dealing with the police,
right?
Brothers who are in the DC area, a lot of y'all in the DC area, right? Imagine all the police in the South down in these cities like this are like park police.
Damn.
Like driving around black in these towns is like, and all the police are like the park police, meaning if you have ever lived in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, there's different types of police that you look out for and different type of treatment you expect to come from those police. You know what I'm saying? DC police, they're going to press you out a little bit. They're going to want to see what you got going on in the vehicle. You know, you get pulled over by Montgomery County. They checking for license, registration, insurance. They want to look at your paperwork. You get pulled over by the park police. It's damn near like no matter what your situation is, they're going to pull you out your car, pat you down, and search your vehicle. At minimum. God, like they're unrelenting. They're gonna find something to ticket you for. If you get pulled over by park police, it's over. Just accept your fate. Yes, sir, no, sir, and still expect to be violated. That's all the police in these towns like this.
Damn.
So if you're a young black woman and you're trying to get home and you absolutely are afraid for your life that these policemen are running and yelling at you, trying to stop you, and you just trying to not be unalived. And unfortunately, in this sister's panic and fear, she tried to leave, and what she feared is what happened, except it happened to her 1-year-old son. And for our oppressor to not acknowledge or not recognize the absolute terror and fear that these police strike in the hearts of our people, it's really disingenuous for them to act as though, why are you fleeing? Why are you leaving the scene? Why wouldn't you just stop? Because I'm afraid of losing my life, because I'm afraid of being violated. I got my young child with me. I just want to get home. I don't want no problems. I didn't do nothing wrong. I don't know why I'm being stopped. I'm just trying to get home. And this sister, in her fear and in her panic, lost her son lost his life because our oppressor is the Bible, that is the devil, that is the Bible, is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and their cruelty towards us doesn't have any justification or reasoning. They are just going to do what they were put here to do, which is to terrorize and be cruel towards us. Salaki, sir.
Yeah, that's a wild one. Huh? That's a wild one. Listen, I say any brother or sister out there, y'all plug into the Israelite School of UPK, man, under Command General Yahanna. Big up Command General Yahanna, hardest working man in Israel, and his whole crew, all the generals, because up in here you get to learn. First off, you're gonna learn who the devil is. You know what I mean? Like you know, we as a people, we don't even realize we do not realize that we are at war. We don't realize we have an enemy that's fighting against us, and that be damn near half the battle. Realizing the suppressor is the devil, realizing that even if it's a black cup, he's in the white man's uniform, and there's a way you have to deal with him. This, you know, it definitely things could have gone differently. We've had brothers who had to do it. Captain Kahan, he'll be on shortly. He'll tell you he videotaped the whole damn thing, and they tried to press him out for I think a couple of hours coming back from Passover or cookout or something. Captain Yagarwap has an amazing story on the road, pulled over in the night. The cop hid his name badge, took it off, took the shit off, so he can't see who it is. Like, you had to come up in here because outside of the school, we're prey, we're easy prey. We're easy prey. They're going to say the sister used the car as a weapon. They're going to say that she should have stopped. They're going to say a guilty person doesn't flee. They're going to say everything that is ingredients to demonize us and villainize us even more. Will Walmart issue an apology? Because, of course, according to the reports, the sister didn't steal nothing. She had all her receipts. You know what I mean? Will Walmart issue an apology for, you know, causing the death of her son? Will she be allowed to sue Walmart for $50 million for the death of her son? Like, that's insane. Like, you would think they got a call of a mass shooter. Like you know, a couple of years ago, some fool went in the Walmart with a rifle and start popping people. You would think they got a call like that. Look how quick they're running, and this is over what, diapers? Like, that is absolutely crazy. That is a crazy thing. Like, I don't know if you all could see it again, but these is the bullet holes. They're bullet holes in the door, in the passenger door. You know, this is the steering wheel. You see the pink covering on the steering wheel? This is a woman's car. This is clearly a woman going to shop, and for some reason, they think that, okay, I don't know. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Let me I think this here is the baby's mother speaking.
By the time me and my baby got in the car, she came. It was me, my son, and another friend of mine who was at Walmart. As we was leaving out the Walmart, they tried to stop her, but I kept walking because it had nothing to do with me. By the time me and my baby got in the car, she came. And then when we was backing up, they was running out the come. I raised my baby up because they with guns. She my baby up trying to show them that he was in the car. So she was backing up and she hit a car. By the time I sat my baby down, it was like 3 to 4 shots. One of the shots hit him in his rib cage, and the other shots hit her in her arm and her thigh. And we left and went to Senatobia Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. scene. And they told me I wasn't gonna be able to see him until he get back from Jackson. She got ill, and the police told me I couldn't leave out the hospital where they had out. And the crowd was questioning them, asking them what happened. It was like she was shoplifting, but the passenger, it was me. They wasn't talking about me. They was talking about the driver. But on the little what's it called, self checkout, it's cameras. They can see when she got the diapers and walked out. But yeah, they tried to say that she forcefully was trying to drive and hit them, but they was all on the right side, and she was driving towards the left. They just personally just shot in the car. They didn't charge me. They ain't charged me with nothing. They just let me go. They didn't say nothing. They just kept telling the crowd that they were shoplifting.
Brother, and this story got so many.
We was at Walmart. As we was leaving out the Walmart, we was leaving.
Yeah, this story here got so many levels, so many faces, if you understand what I'm saying.
Constant.
It's absolutely crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So now it's not even her. It's what? The friend?
Colonel. And if I could, so like she just said, if they suspected anybody of any wrongdoing, they had cameras right there. They could see what's going on. They could see whether or not any harm was done. And also, because they have those cameras and they could just look at the tape, if there was a situation where they thought maybe somebody had done something wrong, again, just look at them, identify them, get the tags on the car, and have the police go do an investigation. Why are you opening fire into a vehicle with a young child over diapers, sir? There is no explanation or justification. It's just a cruelty and a lack of respect for life that our oppressor has conditioned themselves to have towards us. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate. So we in a time where these devils are pulling out. They're not stopping at nothing to show their cruelty and their hatred towards the Lord's people. And they doing everything that they, these stories are coming up because we are living in a time and a climate where, these devils feel that they have the freedom, they have the green light. You know what I'm saying? And nothing is going to be done to them. There's not going to be any consequences or repercussions. And that comes from things like the rich child verdict. That comes from things like the verdict against, the young brother Carmelo Anthony. Like, these devils have been signaled by the powers that be, by this government, that, we're going to stand with you no matter what happens, no matter what you do, because nobody cares about the life of a Black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian.
Yeah. I definitely want to hear some more about this story. So is they charging the friend? Because she said she was in the passenger seat, or the friend was in the passenger seat.
I think she said her friend was
driving.
Was driving. She's the passenger, sir.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Go ahead.
This out to what you were saying too. Just imagine the people who committed that act in January 6th, right?
Right.
They weren't greeted by shots like this.
Yeah.
They were fitting to lynch Nancy Pelosi, and that woman said she was scared for her life. The sister, what's her name?
I know who you're talking about.
She was in the bathroom. Yeah, she was either in a bathroom hiding behind some door. You understand? If she could have folded herself up and go down that toilet, she'd have do it. You understand?
Is it Shirley Chisholm? Not Shirley Chisholm.
No. It's a younger sister. I think she's Puerto Rican.
Ocasio Cortez.
Yeah. Scared for her life.
The other one too. There's a other older sister.
Mm-hmm.
Maxine Waters. She was saying the same thing. I think she went in there and she was calling for them to come to her office to escort her down, and they wouldn't come. She kind of heard what was going on, and she's like, "Hold up, you all had to come and get us," and they wouldn't come to her aid. I remember that part. But okay, go ahead.
No, but that just goes to show you there's a way to deal with white America and a way to deal with Black America. And black people, if we don't see it, we gotta bury loved ones.
Yeah.
You understand? We gotta bury loved ones if we don't see it. The way they treat white America, totally different. We have a
People
story.
in Senatobia.
I don't know if we won't get into it, but the one with the MAGA coming to DC. You understand? The way to deal with these white people is totally different to how black America is. Like, you are unaliving somebody you suspecting of shoplifting. People who kick in the door to the White House. You understand? Harm cops. I think they kill a cop, unalive a cop too, or close to doing it. They were able to go home, see the judge, and money coming for them.
Right.
But your leader is going to tell you racism is no longer part of America. Racism is breeding and living well in America. It's living well and breeding. You understand? As long as you have oppressors around, racism is going to be around. You just need to know how to operate. And the only way you're going to learn how to operate, you got to come into the Israelite School University of Practical Knowledge.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the only way you're going to know how to deal with these white people, man. Like, we tried everything. We tried holding their hands like Martin Luther King said. We tried protesting, marching. We tried everything. We went and joined the politics. And it still ain't working. It's not working.
Yeah. Yeah, this one here is for sure sad. It's a really sad situation, and really should not have happened. You know what I mean? It should not have happened at all.
And this year, it's at home in a way where it's to the point where white America understand they have taken all the power from black men. Because black men can't defend a woman and children. You bastards. The law gonna pay you for what you're doing to black people. You made sure, not saying that we should go get guns, but you made sure black people don't own a gun factory. You made sure we don't make bullets. You made sure you weaken black men so you could come in and destroy women with children.
Exactly.
The Lord from heaven looking down and seeing what you're all doing. And you white people, you're going to fight and unalive each other. And black men, we can sit back and watch. You know, sit back and watch it happen. A year.
Yeah, man. Yep. This like we're on the verge now where it's like nothing is gonna be. It's the Lord pleading with us. The Lord pleading with us to have a heart, to break our hearts, and have us turn back to him. Look at this boy here. This is a young soldier here. Young brother. And he's gone because now you had to go to the store. You can't take your children to the store now. And like you'll hurry up and find the Israelite School or UPK. I'm telling you, I said it before, but something is coming. A climate is coming in this place that is going to be extremely aggressive, extremely unforgiving towards Black and Latino and First Nation people. It's going to be extremely unforgiving. Find the ISUPK quickly, brother and sisters. Find it quickly. You know, they had to go find a pint-sized box to bury him. probably the length of 2 shoe boxes to put his little body in. And the sister you hear talking, the grief ain't fully hit home yet with her.
Concert.
Not grief ain't fully hit home yet with her. Stop playing out there, man. Stop playing out there. Come up in the Israelite school at UPK, man.
Concert. Salaki, sir, if I could.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Warren. You got it.
I'll be quick, sir. Salaki, sir. And you know, the thing that drives me crazy about it is everybody want to draw our attention to Gaza. And they say they're unaliving babies in Gaza. They've been unaliving our babies. The Palestinians never said nothing about this. This is not their business. You know what I mean? But we as blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, we gotta make this our business. You know what I mean? And that's what racism is. Racism is us saying, never mind the Palestinians, we got our own problems. And this is our problem. This is our priority here. This young brother here and his family. That's our priority. You can't try to deflect our attention to something that got nothing to do with us. Whether the Gazans or the Palestinians lose or win the war, we stand to benefit nothing out of it. In fact, it might be more oppression, because I'm sure whatever deal the Palestinians make with America is going to be to come into our neighborhoods.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But we got to focus on this young brother. You know, these black families in our neighborhood. That's where our attention should be. Not on the Palestinians, not on the Iranians, not on the Israelis, not on anybody but our own. Salaki, caps off.
Most of Christ, you know what I'm saying? Warren, that was heavy what you brought out. And it's important for brothers and sisters who are in the truth, man, to know and understand that in the days before the Lord delivered the children of Israel out of Egypt, the Most High, as he began to plague the Egyptians increased their cruelty and their hatred towards the Lord's children, towards the Lord's people. The Bible tells you about the hardening of Pharaoh's heart. The more the Lord came down on Egypt, the more that Pharaoh's heart was hardened against the children of Israel, the more they increased their suffering and their bondage. You understand? We are there's a correlation between the fall of America and the increase in our oppressors' evil towards God's people. And we have to understand and know that the more that these horrors and tragedies unfold, the more brothers and sisters are going to wake up. The more brothers and sisters who are going to see what we've been saying on the street since 1969 is the truth. You understand? And there's a lot of things that we're going to witness and a lot of things that's going to challenge brothers and sisters' faith. A lot of things that could make a carnal man be afraid. And we're going to have to stand strong and serve the Lord. We're going to have to know and understand and recognize that these things that are coming to pass, these tragedies that are befalling us, is a part of the Lord bringing this kingdom down so that we can raise up Christ. You understand? And it's important that we prepare ourselves and be able to weather this storm. This battle that we are in is a spiritual battle. This enemy that we are fighting, he has physical power, but he does not have spiritual power. You understand? We have the Lord on our side. And what the Lord requires of us is to obey him. What the Lord requires of us is to become who he called us to be. We don't have to go out there in the street and wage war with these devils. We don't have to go and bring harm and anything to unjust to anyone. All we are required to do in this time is obey the Lord, teach the truth, and stand strong in his righteousness, and watch this place crumble to the ground. And there's going to be horrors and tragedies and things that unfold that you will not be able to understand why. And it'll cause you to question and really, make you see how serious the scriptures are when it talks about the cruelty and the evil of this oppressor. And the Lord wants the earth to know why it is these people must be destroyed, why it is these people must go into captivity, why it is these people must be put in cages so that they can never rise again or fill the earth with cities. You understand? The Lord is allowing for the captivity of the children of Israel to be brung again by showing the evil and the unjust cruelty of our oppressor against the innocents among us. You understand? So stand strong. Make sure that you're doing what's required of you for the Lord to be pleased with your service and to honor all the sacrifices that we've made, because these things that we're seeing taking place is all a part of the Most High delivering his children out of this evil. Salaki, sir, I yield.
Yes, sir.
If I could get a scripture, sir.
Yeah, please,
I'm gonna just read real quick the book of Judges, chapter 6, right? For everybody trying to figure out what's the next step. What do we need? Do we need more money? Do we need more this? Do we need more that? This is the book of Judges, chapter 6. I'm gonna start in verse 6. And Israel was greatly in.
Let me read it for you if I could. I got it right here.
Please.
Judges chapter 6, verse 6. And Israel was greatly impoverished because of the Midianites, and the children of Israel.
So the Midianites was another nation that was selected because the Midianites was another nation that was oppressing Israel, just like us today. And Israel was greatly impoverished, meaning they were poor over it because they was systematically destroying them. Go ahead.
Because of the Midianites, and the children of Israel cried unto the Lord.
Now, this is the first step. The children of Israel, they cried, not the politicians. They cried to the Lord.
That's right.
And when they cried to the Lord, check what happened. Go ahead.
And it came to pass, when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord because of the Midianites, that the Lord sent a prophet unto the children of Israel.
No, you read it right. The Lord sent money.
The Lord sent a prophet.
No, the Lord sent politicians.
The Lord sent a prophet.
The Lord sent a prophet. That's what the Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians need. A prophet from the Lord. I mean, the Lord sent a prophet. Go ahead, Kazak.
Unto the children of Israel, which said unto them, thus saith the Lord God of Israel.
And that prophet said to the children of Israel, this is what God said. And that's what Black people need, man. We don't need no more Al Sharptons, Jesse Jacksons, any more people in office. You understand what I mean? Because they could all be bought. You know who can't be bought? Him who the Lord sends.
That's
that
right.
prophet.
That's right.
Because he's going to do a job. You understand what I mean?
That's
and
right.
I pray this family finds a prophet of the ISUPK, man, to tell him what to do. I mean, I know it's kind of late now because he's done lost a son already. I mean, maybe you don't lose more sons and daughters. Salaki, sir. Are you?
Yeah, the oppression is such that it's so heavy on us. We will not look to the obvious thing for help, but we'll look everywhere else. And it's just because of oppression. You ever was late a morning when you go into your slavery or some appointment and you can't find your keys or you can't find your phone, something simple, and it's right there. But the stress you're under to get out the house, you just can't find that one little thing that would this is the key to do everything. And just because of the stressful situation, you're not going to find the solution. And that's what oppression does. Oppression will make you not look for the Lord when that's it right there. You're driving past them, you have a flyer, you're seeing their videos, you're seeing them brothers on the YouTube and the TikTok and the Instagram and everything else. But the oppression the stress we under right now, brother, is by design and very much on purpose. It's focused in on us. It's focused in to assure our destruction in this place, because our destruction in this place is like the fuel to make sure this place continues to run. So, Lord be with the family. I pray you'll find the UPK quickly. And everybody else out there, don't let us have to be, posting pictures of your boy. This boy should be preparing for his first Passover or excited to go back to his second. He should not be preparing a funeral for this boy right here. This is really ridiculous, man. Right, this place has to go. The death and destruction of our oppressor must come. Has to come through. And it can't come through quick enough because they will just stretch us thin, all the way thin, as much as they could do. Without care, without warrant. You know what I mean? So where y'all want to go next? What y'all trying to jump and do? We definitely have a few good stories on there. This one is not on there. I think this one came up later on. But we have a few good ones on there too. You know what I mean?
Salakia, sir.
Come on,
if I could. I'm not sure this in the stories, you know what I'm saying? But, that World Cup going on right now. in America, here in America, North America, and Central America, and you got a lot of Europeans that's in America for the first time, and they getting a taste and the experience of, you know, all that America has to offer. And it's been kind of, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm trying to find a way to say it, sir, to bring it out, but seeing these people be amazed at American fast food and, you know, black people's music in the South and the hospitality, like so much has been, so many lies and so much propaganda has been sent forth throughout the earth by our oppressors to convince the earth that we are monsters, that we're evil, that we're some people that's deserving of all the horrible, cruel, and unjust treatment that we received. And these Europeans, these people from all places all over the earth, are coming and experiencing the peaceableness of black people, the hospitality of black people, the way that we, you know, give and we serve and we cook the food in the restaurants. We make your food in the Chick-fil-A. We make your chicken at Big Mama spot. I'm looking on the internet, and these people are like, this is not the America we were told about. This is not the place where we can't walk in the streets. This ain't the place where we got to worry about being robbed. This ain't the place where, you know, somebody gonna beat us over the head. We here, we in the restaurants, we eating the food, we hanging out at the place where they hang out. We in the bars drinking. Like I've seen videos of these people, these Germans in Houston, you know, doing the line dances and going to the restaurants and eating. And it's like these people are they're getting a taste that this American media is a lie. The propaganda against these black people, against these Hispanics is just not true. It's not what we're seeing. It's not what we're experiencing. And to me, sir, it's almost like when the scriptures talks about the fall of Babylon and how these other nations are going to wail and going to bemoan her. It's like they're seeing they're enjoying this place. They're loving it and partaking in it. And at the same time, not acknowledging how we've been destroyed, not acknowledging the way that we've been demonized, not acknowledging that everything they were told about us is a lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if I'm conveying it properly, but it's crazy to me to look on the internet and see these people partaking and enjoying in all the greatness that we contribute to this country, and at the same time not acknowledging and recognizing we were lied to about these black people. We were lied to about these Hispanics and these Native Indians. These are wonderful people. These are welcoming people. These are people that are, you know, they feeding us, they taking care of us. They're not beating us up over the head and robbing us and stealing from us. And it's like the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. So like it, sir.
Listen, you 100% right. Cap, you want to go ahead?
No. I just, you know what I mean, I listen to, you know what I mean, how Captain Sacco, you know what I mean, breaking it down, you know what I mean, and you know what I mean, it's how to put it, it's an eye opener, you know what I mean, to the point where, you know what I mean, football, as the world know it, it's the largest sport in the world. You understand what I'm saying? And it's one of them sports where they always try to fight to erase racism. You know what I mean? That's the whole picture, but you know what I mean? It's the same, they lie and all too, if you understand what I'm saying. So for them to come and see what's going on in America, it's almost like these oppressors wanted to be lied to. You know what I mean? It's a way to make the Europeans feel good about themselves. You know what I mean? America just, you know what I mean, give them, how to put it, a platform. They know. Like, you know what I mean? They could turn on, they could go on YouTube, just me and you go on YouTube and look and see and know that they're lying.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But to come across here and do that, I don't know, I mean, how much to believe some of them, but you know what I mean? They're saying it nonetheless.
Come on. If I could, Sako, I would. Okay, I see what you seeing, but just from following the sport, as Captain Nats, I was saying, it's a worldwide sport. It's okay to understand what's going on in each of these cities where these oppressors come in.
Concert.
Try to remember when the Olympics was held in America. And you'll start to understand this thing. Now, first off, this World Cup is an extremely Eurocentric, white supremacist World Cup. in every way. In every way. They had some Somalian referee who apparently he's the best referee in Africa. He reached in the States. They sent him back. They denied him entry. They said he was making calls to suspected terrorists a week before the flight. And I'm like, if they know who the fuck the suspects is, why they didn't arrest them? They sent him back. And this is not in support of no Hamites. I'm just painting the backdrop for you.
Come on.
Iran, of course, Iran is at war with America for sure. But the Iranian players they ain't allowing them into America but to play. Iran has to go ask Mexico for hospitality, which, by the way, brother, I found a video. Issachar, y'all have to get Issachar a hand, brother. Issachar went to all Iran's practice sessions outside the buses, put on Iranian t-shirts, waving Iranian flags, supporting them because they know they're playing away from home and they're meeting a very hostile America. And they wanted to let them know that they're still a team in the World Cup, even though they have to go through all of this shit.
Yeah, that's
now, you imagine Issachar being oppressed so goddamn much, and still find it in their heart to be hospitable to a stranger. I mean, the strangers in the Bible is, of course, your 12 tribes, but goddamn, that's class above class. I'm gonna look for the video to see if I can play it tonight. Iran was on the way to play their first World Cup game, I think yesterday or the day before. I forget when they played, either yesterday or the day before. And brother, they cheering the Iranians as they're going on the bus to go to the plane in Mexico. Some of the Iranian players cried. They fucking cried. And I'm looking at Issachar, I'm like, well, surely oppression has turned us into such a lesser people, because if this is the kindness, if this is the class we could show in hell, imagine how much we could show if we come together.
I'm telling you.
I mean, the shit, it was moving to watch. It was absolutely moving to watch. Now, and I could go on and on about the commentary, about they said just I ain't going to go into too much because I know we have other topics. But yesterday France played Senegal. France is a European country. Senegal is an African country. Anybody who knows the sport knows that France played themselves yesterday. Senegal played themselves because the French team is 95% Senegal, Ghana, Ivory Coast. And the comment at the end of the first half, the game was drawn. And the commentators were saying France was playing a poor game. That's a poor showing. Because the African nation, to them, is not at the standard as a white nation, not giving the credibility that France has so many African players, and they're really just playing themselves. So they kind of cancel each other out.
Yeah.
America, they're talking about the U.S. team. This is the best U.S. team ever. Blah, 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 blah. Anybody knows why? The team is 90% Israelites.
Yep.
The team is 90% blacks and Latinos, with the exception of about 3 devils and 1 or 2 are Hamites.
And Cap, just to add, them white oppressors is DEI. DEI higher.
Yeah, they're DEI players.
Yeah.
They're DEI players. So the World Cup is a very much white supremacist World Cup. They showed you Haiti played Scotland. One of the players down there, body slammer player, the referee ain't blow no penalty. Everybody wondering why. People who are familiar with the sport knows that once you're a darker colored country, aka non-white, the World Cup is against you. So now take it to the streets with the fans. Part of all this immigration rounding up everybody, all of that was gearing up for this thing. Part of preparing for the World Cup, when you go look up the history with the Olympics, they cleaned up the streets so much. I guarantee it's going to come out afterwards that they arrested so many homeless people. Anybody who they think would be a problem, they're arresting them for the next 30 days in different cities. In Trinidad, when Barack Obama won and he went to Trinidad, they locked up homeless people. They took homeless people off the street and locked them up for, I think, 72 hours while he came to the country, so it could look a certain way. I just did a quick Google search. This is how much money is the World Cup expected to generate? $30 billion in total economic output for the United States, providing an estimated $17 billion boost to the US GDP. You wonder why these oppressors is having such fun? Not that they seeing that America is a liar. They're making sure to keep the foot on Negroes' neck so they could stay out of the way of these oppressors are. That's you see it. Mark my words, it'll come out later how police did these raids and locked these people up and held them for no reason for a week here and 10 days here. They did the same thing in when the Olympics was in Brazil.
Yeah.
They was locking people up. I mean, ridiculous. There's a famous picture from the Olympics in Brazil. Hold on, I'm gonna try to pull it up for you.
So if I could, the water for helping me out. So which in essence, these people aren't experiencing America.
No,
they're experiencing the facade of America. They're experiencing the whitewashing of America. They are experiencing the, everybody on their best behavior, so to speak, America.
Yes, that's exactly what they're experiencing. Even the I know you probably wouldn't be 100% familiar, but you all know the football. It's 90 minutes. It's 45 minutes a half. I don't know if anybody watched any games. You all see they're taking a break in the middle of the half.
Yeah.
After 20 minutes, they're stopping the game. So what's going on? After 20 minutes, they're stopping the game. Right now, the football we used to is played in quarters.
Yeah.
I've never got a break 45 minutes. You're not making a team. You're not making a team if you can't run 45 minutes nonstop.
Right.
There's a break in there because this is to give advertisers space so they can generate more money.
Yeah.
It's to generate more money, and teams are complaining because a coach is not supposed to have access to the team until halftime. But now you're going in for a quarter time break and they're huddling up, and it's supposed to be a water break. America is if it's one thing the white man is good at is marketing and sales. He know how to sell. You watch how they're coming out. The team's coming out and they're playing the it's like this victory music. It's not the Rocky theme, but it's like I forget how the song goes, and I don't want to play it because I don't want to get the thing flagged. But you got to watch the intro when they come out on the field from the tunnels. I've never seen that ever. They have stuff on the field. They're playing this music and the fireworks. They're trying to market this thing to raise so much goddamn money, brother. This thing is about money. They have the crowd counting down. Like this is their experience of America is just to sell it. They want to sell it to, make the World Cup financially viable. The tickets at this World Cup was put through a system called dynamic pricing, and they say this was on the recommendation of the Trump cabinet. I don't know what dynamic pricing is, but it sounds like yesterday's price is not today's price. That's what it sounds like to me. They said die-hard football fans cannot afford to go these games because it's so fucking expensive.
Yep.
And we ain't even reached the final yet. We're talking about first round. Some of these teams is going home in a week. They're gone.
Yeah.
And they're saying people can't afford it. So what you seeing, brother, is more so the devil enjoying his version of heaven. They ain't realizing that America is a lie. They enjoying it. Them devils saw that the all the highlights with Rick Chow. They know what you do with black people, you kill black people. They saw the highlights with Austin Metcalf. They're seeing all of that. America is they're just making sure these oppressors fully enjoy this damn thing. And it's going to be at our expense. I guarantee you, just pay attention to the news. They're going to come out and say that there was mass incarcerations and people getting locked up for no reason for days because they want to clean the streets up. You could ask the brothers in all these cities, in Kansas, in Atlanta, in Houston, Dallas,
and
in LA. Go ask them if in and around the stadium environs, if there's homeless people. if there's the train, the people who be on the train and the buses and sleep there, go ask them if they've seen them for the last 10 to 15 days, and see what they say. Just see what they say. I know most of you, most brothers would be familiar with this picture right here. Hold on.
Yeah, I can't just start with you.
You see, you remember this?
I remember that.
This was the opening of the Olympics in Brazil, I believe. And this is brothers looking from the favelas in poverty at this multi-million-dollar stadium they built, not for poor Asherites, but to host this World Cup, to give white people a pleasurable feeling. You get the point? The joy you see in Ark is total white supremacy. Right. It's absolute white supremacy. They didn't realize America is a liar. They didn't realize. Go try to go over to the country now. Let's see what happens. Go try to go over to the country. If America is a lie, go book a nice vacation in Scotland or Estonia or one of them places, and see if you don't get stopped somewhere. And no, you can't come here.
Come on. So like I said, if I could, that's why I brought it up, because I'm not into the football culture, but I'm seeing I'm seeing these things online, and I'm seeing people talking about it. And as I watch it, the spirit of it is like, I didn't know how to feel about it or what to think about it. That's why I asked you all, so I knew you would know and be able to give all the brothers and sisters the insight. So the water for breaking it down for us, because they make it seem like, oh man, they enjoying America and loving to eat the cheeseburger and the damn chicken fries and this and that. But it's like, why? I just knew it was something more behind it. That's why I wanted to bring it up. I know it's a big thing that brothers and sisters talking about online, sir. So the water for breaking it down.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, and just that introduction of that break is like a whole different level, especially like when you're reading the scriptures now. It's like Rome all over again, the Colosseum, actually, as you said, coming through the tunnel and the cheering on. So it's like you had the crowd cheering on now, and after the battle, you take a break. And then you go back out. So it's like, I say, it's like, nah, because I just say, if you can't run that first 45, you have no way on that team.
You're not starting.
You're not starting. You have no way on that team.
Yep, 100%. You know what I mean? And also to Sakuwo, it's once you start traveling outside of America, you realize how powerful Hollywood is.
Yeah.
Like Hollywood, the image that anybody who is from the East, once you cross that pond, you cross that Greenwich Meridian, anybody who is from the East, the image they have of America, of New York, of LA, of anywhere is from Hollywood. So for us, McDonald's is trash food. McDonald's is kind of like a delicacy. You get the point? Certain foods is a delicacy, brother. Certain places. There's one player from Spain. He's a Hamite. Some young player called Yamal. He posts on his Instagram his shopping cart as he walks out of Walmart. And I'm like, people is like, damn, what's this big thing with Walmart? This is TV arc. It's like, damn, I went to Walmart to shop. You get the point? America is still like a dreamland because of marketing. It's still the apple in the sky. It's still the land of opportunity because of the marketing arc. The marketing is, you go to Europe is relatively boring compared to America.
Yeah.
The point, like, small towns in places like Florida or Memphis or whatever. There's small towns that 5 p.m. the store closes. 6 p.m. latest. They close on Sunday. They close on Sunday because of church. Europe is still largely like that. The brothers, I'm trying to tell you. I tell the brothers, well, listen, something happening with the camp or whatever. And I was like, okay, we gotta go to the police station, make the report. The brother said, well, sir, it's late, the police station closed. I said, what do you mean?
Damn.
The police station's closed. I said, so hold on. it closed. He said, yeah, they closed, especially today, Saturday, something. I said, so we go tomorrow morning? He said, nah, yeah, I'll come back Monday. I was like, well, surely I'll be a thriving bandit in these streets of UK. I'll be Robin Hood up in You get the point? The official running of the police station closed. There's police there, but it ain't going to just be open and people stand by. So Europe is very much different to the world of America. Like, you know, some places you're not going to be able to get open on Sunday. It's very much old in tradition like that. So now coming to America, it's like for American going to Vegas, kind of.
Okay, concert.
It's like the whole of America is like a party place. It's like, you know, I don't know. It's hard to explain if you didn't come from outside. Coming from, I mean, I could tell you personally, I done spoke all over the place, all over the world. And brother, nothing hit me like Times Square. I went up to Times Square and saw all them lights, the yellow cab. I'm like, well, surely I made it. Somebody from America, Times Square is like, nigga, shit. That's just you know, that's New York. Brother, I saw Times Square in the movies, Ghostbusters or whatever movie. You get the point? You understand what I'm saying? America is, you know, it's the marketing of America is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous thing. So when you see them devils come over and they're in certain cities, New York, New Jersey, Houston, Dallas, they're in Texas, they want to eat a brisket. They want to go touch a cowboy hat. You get the point? They just, you know, they want to drive a Charger. Europe is the small ass cars. You get the point? So the euphoria is just welcome to the US, here in the American accent. For the average European, you understand? Now add the white supremacy with Trump on top of that. Oh my God. What are we talking about? And my team is playing Uruguay, a bunch of spics from South America. My England is playing Senegal or Curacao or Haiti. Oh my gosh, they want Haiti to lose. They want Haiti to go home. Brother, Haiti had a t-shirt with their flag on it. And then the Polish flag. The FIFA made Haiti remove the Polish flag from that shit because it brought to remembrance the revolution and how Poland stood with them. And fought the French against them. Until this day, I think after that, the Levite brothers let the Polish soldiers stay in Haiti as honorary citizens, and their descendants is there till this day. Brother, 2 days before their first game, they had to get a new uniform. They enjoying white supremacy. They're not enjoying, you know, like this place ain't that bad, or I see black people ain't this, you know, it's not that. It's 100% not that.
And Cap, I might go one up to them ticket prices. Ticket prices. Come on. Sure that in football we call it the 13th man, which is the supporters.
The fans. Yeah.
To make sure your fans don't have money to come and support you. You understand? Like they for sure trying to, you know what I mean, like get as much money, because America, when it comes to advertising, you understand, they're the best.
Yes,
they best. I mean, the Prince of the Air.
Come on,
America.
Man.
Come on, man. What I'm saying? Like just think, just think the Iron Dome. Remember, there was touting the Iron Dome as the ship.
Yep.
Well, the war started, and we found out the Iron Dome ain't the ship. But because of American marketing, you thinking, well, I'm gonna get a couple of these straight.
It was the aluminum foil dome, Mark. It was the aluminum. It was the iron dome, Mark. It was the aluminum pan dome. Listen, even the intro arc. The song is called "Eye in the Sky," the Alan Parsons project. They played this this was a song they used in the NBA in the 90s with Jordan for the playoffs. Okay, I can't even find the part. There's a part where it kind of ramps up like the eye in the sky. And they play that in the beginning when they're coming out. They play that in the beginning when the two teams coming out. And it's a song you can't put your finger on it, but you heard it before. And where you heard it was in a rivalry. Like you go watch any highlights of Jordan when Bulls playing Pistons or Celtics and Knicks or Knicks and Bulls, and they're playing and they're playing the music, and it's a rivalry trope. They're playing that every game coming out at. Like they're selling something. It's a product to them. It's a product. The football now is a product to America. They realize the little money they're fighting over with the NFL and the NBA. It's not worth it because it's local. This is once in 4 years, brother. They're trying to, take everything. They're trying to just recoup every single thing. So that joy you see in is the marketing and white supremacy.
Yeah. To the point where, as Cap was saying too, I think 2 NFL teams wanted to go play in Spain or somewhere outside of America to try and generate funds. Like go ahead.
No, I was gonna say they're trying to get that global market.
Yeah,
trying to make the game international, and like you said, Cap, is heavy in that. This is the biggest game on the earth. So if they can get everybody on the earth behind the whole marketing and the American way, it's damn like America trying to show the world, I see you got a product here. You could make it better. If you just shorten these instead of halftime, give them quarter time. 20 minutes, and that be so gassed out. And then this is like they are taking the bread and circus and magnifying it. They trying to. It's like, I see how y'all been doing it. Let us show you how we do it in America. Let us show you how to really squeeze all the juice out of all of this slave entertainment. So, like, and I'm thankful I'm glad I asked, because I was perceiving it the other way, like, oh, these people over here happy to eat cheeseburgers and enjoying America and seasoning food. I'm looking at the Europeans like they eating that brickle and that damn beans on toast with cheese and rice. They get the cheeseburger and some fried chicken. They like, man, America is amazing. But in actuality, they are experiencing the dream that Hollywood has sold them. They are experiencing this is they live their life to come and have a cheeseburger. Like you said, we look at it like, I ain't eat no funky McDonald's. To them, it's like I had McDonald's in America, and it was amazing. So it's a whole different perspective that they have, and at the same time, it's still white supremacy, because if it wasn't for how in captivity we are, how enslaved we are, they would not have these. They wouldn't be afforded these luxuries. They wouldn't be able to enjoy America if we weren't in such a subdued and conquered condition. So, like sir,
you're 100% right. And okay, this is the key thing. This is not the first time America tried it. Like, okay, now you know, this is not to go too much off. I'm gonna spend just a couple seconds on it. You all know they have that Argentinian player Messi. They brought him to play in Miami.
Absolutely,
he's arguably the best player in the world. Arguably, right? They did this before in the 60s or the 70s with with Pele.
Okay.
They brought Pele after he retired to play in the ASL, the American Soccer League, and they made changes to the sport like they do in this World Cup with this halftime thing. They tried this thing before and it didn't work. America wasn't accepting the shit because at that time back then it's still the very male side of white supremacy, rejecting everything. Then they tried it again in the 90s, and they got the first hosting of the World Cup in 94, and they got a taste of that money in 94. They got a taste of world money in 94, and shortly after, they came out with something called Project 40, which was a planned future project that within 40 years, they would build a team that could consistently make it to the World Cup and be a World Cup contender. And that's when you see they started to get young black players involved.
Hispanic too,
First it was the brothers, then they started to get the Latinos involved. You get the point? And they saw the money and there's like, hold on, there's something here that we're missing, but they still ain't get the full oomph of it. But this World Cup here, brother, I'm seeing so many celebrities, celebrity athletes, celebrity coaches saying something Captain Nathak told me in 2009 in an apartment in Bethesda. He said, if the tribe of Judah, he said, the minute they drop a football in the hood and Judah could leave the basketball and the NFL alone, they'll dominate the world. Captain Nathak said this over 15 fucking years ago. And right now, today, you have coaches, players, NFL players. That Chad Ochocinco, you remember him? He's one of the brand ambassadors trying to merge the two sports. He said it. He said, if black people, football in America, our football is very much a pay-to-play sport still. And he said, if it is that our people in the ghetto would not play as much basketball and football and pick up this, we'll dominate the world. He said America would win the World Cup every time. And I know this is hard to hear if you're Brazilian. This is hard to hear if you're Argentinian. But I'm going to tell you, the Judite is an athlete of athletes. He is beyond what you think. And it's simply because of Judah's appetite. Judah's appetite is not like the rest of the 12 tribes. Judah's appetite is, I'm going to get that thing there. And I'll die trying to get it. And because of that, he is going to adopt, he's going to try things other people are not going to try. And the proof is in the pudding. The American football team, brother, is full of war babies. Brothers who went abroad and married white women and had a baby in Germany, had a baby in England, had a baby in Spain. And those men are now playing for the team. I think they have a Benjamite on the team. His father's from Curacao or Suriname or something. He was born in the Netherlands, could have played for Netherlands, and he decided to play for America because his father fought in the Vietnam War. Now they're saying America has the best team, but it's because of the slaves. They're letting the slaves play right now. That's why that team looking how it's looking. That's why that team running how it's running. Go ahead.
No, I'm going to add to what you're saying. It's no different than the American football, where they found the place for the white man to be the quarterback. But black men will pay the quarterback even way better than the white man. But they had to find a place for him. Otherwise, they would lose their revenue. White men wouldn't sit down, spend money or donate money to certain teams if the kids can't play.
And that's a perfect example. Yep, that's a perfect example. The integration with NFL and baseball, which are traditionally white things. I think they done gave up on basketball long ago. But the NFL and the MLB, you see now how those were once white sports. And even tennis. And now majority Judites and Simeonites don't take that shit over and running this thing to the point where they have to force a quarterback to be white. That's what's getting ready to happen to that football in America. It's getting ready to happen. It's probably already happening like that. And they see the amount of money they could make from it. Brother, the whole team will be black. You could look at the team. There's probably 2 white boys on the squad. It's largely Judites, a couple Latinos. Listen, it's so evil, Sako. There's one Mexican brother who helped them qualify, and they dropped him before the World Cup. And he had the choice to play either with America or Mexico. And he said since he grew up in Texas, he'll play for America because he doesn't know Mexico. They dropped him. He's on commercials advertising the World Cup.
Damn.
You get the point? So what you're seeing is just really white supremacy and money, marketing.
Yeah.
No sign Christ the water says a lot. Let
me show you the brother here. I mean, it's a sad thing, and it's really a lesson to never forsake your own people. This is the brother here. He's on the back of a bus. Diego Luna. He's on the back of a bus, and they show you. This is him. He got injured in one of the games, so his nose is broken. They put the toilet paper in his nose and sent him back out to play. Bank of America had a campaign saying, what would you like to do? What would you like the power to do? This is before they even drop him. They don't assume he would have been on the team. They dropped him out. It was a shocker to everybody because this cat was a top player for them, and they left him home. You know why they left him home, Sako? Well, who knows?
Because he's Hispanic, sir.
Because he's Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason they left him home. It's not talent and ability. They left him home because he's Mexican.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So, like, you're moving on. You're gonna have me talking about offside trap next time. In a second, I'm gonna start a TikTok to talk about this damn footballer because I realized these conversations me and Nathak had years ago. These niggas now talking about this shit. I might talk about and see if I can get in the stream. So, we have an Israelite pundit on here.
That's right. Like he put his shield on the ball.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's right.
If I can say so, Cap, it definitely seems because I see the Latino brothers, little brothers and sisters out here playing, like toddlers and stuff. They got the ball out there early in the morning, man. Out there, it's an excitement for them, man. So yeah, it's definitely, man. And they doing that at a young age. So I know, by the time they hit 15. I mean, the ball stay outside. I come out in the morning, the ball out in the parking lot.
The ball out there for whoever show up first.
Exactly.
The rules. The ball can't go home with nobody because what if you don't come tomorrow? What we don't play with? Put the ball in the bush. Behind this bush, whoever comes first, just pull it out the bush and we start to play. They don't recognize the money because it's worldwide. Like ticket sales for a Knicks jersey right now is local to America. Now imagine Knicks was a worldwide phenomenon. Imagine billions of people buying a T-shirt, and which is again in sports, which is why you have the NBA allowing so many European players and Hamite players to come in. Because it's not because they're that talented. You know how hard they had to work on Wemby to get him to where he is? And he struggled against that brother in the playoffs. That brother was, dunking on him, pushing him out the paint. But they do that because you could sell Wemby jerseys to wherever in Africa his parents is from.
Yeah.
In France his parents is from. That the other Hamite there who married his sister in the WNBA, Bam something, Adebamo. Wherever he from, it's his T-shirt selling over there. So a lot of these players that coming in from Europe, it's not because they could play, it's a business model.
Yeah.
You get the point? It's not because they're better than brothers here. It's because a brother here can't sell, 50 million T-shirts in Croatia.
Right. They did it with Yao Ming.
They did it with Yao Ming. 2 seasons come on. You in the red, you in the black. You in the black straight out the gate. You sign him. You get the point. So it's very much a business. So that's all part of the allure that they have with this World Cup, because they have the attention of the world on them because it's such a world sport. I think it's the number 1 sport in the world. So you have somebody in Singapore watching, China, Japan, somewhere on the Gaza right now in a tent on a barbed wire stand is a TV watching the World Cup. You get the point? So they really just want to make people enjoy this thing, so they'll come back, they'll come spend money, tourism, they'll come sightsee. It's that thing. And for them to sightsee and enjoy what they see, your black face can't be nowhere. So don't forget, these brothers in these host cities, just ask them if they see a homeless population, if they notice that this area that usually would have brothers and sisters or just homeless people in general come out, if they've seen them. And they'll tell you. It's going to come out within a year or two what was done to clean up the city, quote unquote, clean up the city for the World Cup.
Yeah.
All right. Where we going next? You want to get this B2 bomber crash? Where you going?
Yeah.
Where you wanted to get?
I was thinking about. I came, I saw, I ran. I was thinking about all them billion that all this order the deal. I can wait though.
Okay, which one is that? Which one is that one? What he tell BB?
Con. I think they did a lot of them Furious and a lot of The MAGA is getting vocal. Where the MAGA that side, you could tell the MAGA that have the Israeli AIPAC backing. They furious on the whim.
Yeah.
So, and then we got the Southern Baptists. Okay, you know the Southern Baptists. They kicking they kicking the women out of the church. But yeah, wherever you want to go, I'm whatever you want to go with.
No, let's go with that one. Let's rock with that one for sure, because that would segue into the title too, and then we could always come back to the other thing.
Come on. So I'm trying to see what number that was.
You're talking about Iran, right?
Come on, sir.
Oh shit.
So like as we get in the story, what Captain Kahun was bringing out is heavy. You know, a lot of these even before this war, you know, historically in America, what they call in the MAGA Republicans today, they've always been known as the I forget the term they use, but like the Hawks or the War Hawks or something. Like they always been pro-war, because war means a boost to their economy, boost to the business of these, you know, Republican type devils. A lot of them are, on the boards of companies with defense contractors and things like that. They make money when America is at war. And them seeing Donald Trump cut this deal to stop this war in Iran is like, y'all messing up the money. And, you know, AIPAC wants them to keep that war going because, of course, Israel got their agenda and things that they want to get accomplished. And so this whole deal Donald Trump done made is ruffling a whole lot of their feathers. Salaki.
I believe is that number 13? No, not number 13. Salaki.
I don't think we have that one.
Oh yes. Well, Salaki, I don't want to take us off the course. Salaki.
So which one do you want to hit then?
I mean, we could do the UFC.
I think it's somebody the Southern Baptist.
Oh yeah, Connor, Southern Baptist. Oh yeah, that's number 6. Salaki.
Okay.
Number 6.
Come. Southern Baptists vote to advance a formal ban on churches with women pastors.
Damn.
Thousands of Southern Baptists overwhelmingly voted Wednesday to advance a formal ban on women pastors in the nation's largest Protestant denomination, sending a clear message that men alone should preach to these conservative evangelical congregations. The amendment would tighten existing restrictions in the Southern Baptist Convention, which already has a faith statement opposing women pastors. The vote was 6,028 to 2,026, a 3-to-1 margin, which easily exceeded the required 2/3 majority. It will require a similar 2/3 vote at next year's meeting to become part of the Constitution. The 2-day meeting concluded Wednesday after bringing more than 11,000 delegates or messengers to a cavernous convention center in Orlando, Florida.
So, like, if I could, Captain, and you know, I remember we had they had the Southern Baptist Convention in Nashville, and the ISUPK, we were there in attendance. You know what I'm saying? Without prejudice, if I may add, and we told these black pastors that this is when the whole schism about talking about a black Jesus or talking about critical race theory using the Bible. They didn't want that. It's like a heresy with the Southern Baptists. Yeah, and it was some black churches that broke from the Southern Baptists, and it was some that stayed with the Southern Baptists. And we told them Negroes that, look, man, they going back to the old way. We told them this. Now we know, of course, in ISUPK that a woman is not supposed to teach. That's not her office. You know what I'm saying? To be to be over a congregation. But that's something that they embraced through liberalism at one time.
Yeah.
You see? And now what is this saying? They going back. You see? So you know where black people gonna stand. If they gonna tell the white woman she can't speak, you know where it's going with you Uncle Tom sellout Negroes. You're gonna be reduced from a bishop to maybe a deacon janitor or some shit. I don't know what they're gonna do. But you ain't gonna be up there giving the white Jesus word.
Come.
You understand? Like this, and this has made another uproar. But this is happening not only with the Southern Baptists, especially what was going on with the white evangelicals, but it's also going on with the United Methodist, where it used to be a United Methodist Church. They've been broken to 100 pieces now. All spectrums of the rainbow, if that makes sense. They've been broken. And what is the Lord is doing? The Lord is showing you that, and let me tell you something. And they are doing this, like the general said, they are doing this for survival, for white survival. That's why they're trying to go back. Like, I saw a video where there were conservative white women. And I know this shocked me, but you never underestimate the shock value. But it shocked me that there were white conservative women saying they were willing to give up their right to vote for the survival for Donald Trump's vision, for the white vision of America. They were willing to go back to give up their voice. And I got to give it to a lot of these heathens, man. I got to give it to them on this aspect. Boy, oh boy, they willing to sacrifice.
Yeah.
I got to give it to them. I never would have thought I heard a white woman say that I'm willing to give up my right to vote because I know this man would represent me well. And it let me know why we are losing and they are winning. Because they are willing to give up. They're willing to trim the fat. And you got women who are saying, you know what, if this means that the Southern Baptists can thrive in whiteness, so be it. I relinquish my position. And that right there, man, this is showing right here that, boy, we got a lot of work to do.
Hello, Apanya. Barack.
Hey, Yellow Mr. Please continue on.
Sir.
I was happy with you bringing out.
Sir. So it's just going to show you where the Reformation of the Southern Baptists, and look, this is how it was when the Ku Klux Klan was at its height, when they were burning crosses. It was only white. It was a white establishment, and everybody else was below their hierarchy. A lot of black people don't know in the South that you became Baptist because of the Ku Klux Klan burning that cross in your yard. You understand that cross was supposed to purify you or drive you out of their neighborhood and drive you into Christianity in most cases out of fear. So these types of things, and this is going on in a lot of, this article right here is public, but there's a lot of things going on in these religions that's more private, and they in-house, and that there's a reformation happening in these churches to preserve. This ain't to preserve Christianity, brothers and sisters. This is to preserve white supremacy.
That's it.
If you would have been in Nashville, it was a sight to see. Shout out to ISUPK Nashville. If you would have been in Nashville when they had this Southern Baptist convention, I mean, it was like the Dixie. It was like Dixie. When Dixie. I mean, you saw everything from "Don't Tread on Me" to the Confederate flag to all these other different white supremacy acronyms and things, and they had the cross. And guess what? These were the same perpetrators that came on January 6th to the Capitol. And then they told black people, they said, we okay with you speaking, but we give you a voice. Imagine that. Not God. Not the Most High. We do. You understand? So that was just a heavy point. I just wanted to make that point because I know if you wanted to give a little bit more. So like I yield.
Come, sir. It says, the two-day meeting concluded Wednesday after bringing more than 11,000 delegates or messengers to a cavernous convention center in Orlando, Florida. Typical of the SBC's annual meetings, the gathering carries the feel of a town hall with a cast of thousands. It mixes worship and sermons with numerous motions and resolutions governed by parliamentary procedure, where the sacred and the arcane are debated with equal fervor. A debate Wednesday over the location of a future SBC annual meeting took longer than the debate over women pastors. Albert Mohler, who sponsored the amendment on women pastors, said it addressed a defining issue. This is an opportunity for Southern Baptists to speak in truth, in unity, in conviction, said Mohler.
Now see that right there? That right there. Slaki. He said to speak in what?
To speak in truth, in unity, in conviction.
And then you see that? To speak in truth and unity. Unity of what? I thought we were all the one. Keep going.
Said Mohler, president of the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary in Louisville, Kentucky. That's it, sir.
I'm sorry, that was the last bit. It was a part on there. Let me see. It says the great line that
Salaki, it said read more. I gotta hit that. Salaki. There's a great line that divides liberal and biblical evangelicalism.
You see that? That's what they're fighting against. See, that's how you know that there is no separation of church and state in this godforsaken place. Because why would you be fighting? I thought there was a separation of church and state. You're supposed to be, because they feel like that it's been the white gospel has been watered down. These liberal women who will identify with so-called minorities, we don't want them in the pulpit. You understand? Because that taints the unity. The unity of what? I thought God loved everybody. But that's letting you know this is not. See, they're gonna hide. They're gonna try to hide behind the gospel. They're gonna try to hide behind the scriptures. We know the scriptures, but they are doing this to preserve white supremacy. And they have to have a religious aspect of it, especially what was going on with the war with Iran and these other countries.
Yeah.
So they have to make this is how they try to preserve their base. You understand? So this right here, they getting more and more 1776 wise, if that makes sense. That's where they going straight back to that type of mentality, man. And this is a foreshadowing of what's to come in the religious evangelical world, man. So like I yield.
Yeah. And what you're saying too, kind of so heavy too, in a way where it look as if, I mean, they done taking back civil rights from black people. They're gonna go there with it. You understand? Because these so-called oppressors, as you're saying, they want to take it all the way back to the 18th century. You understand? Where these white women were just in houses, just cleaning, cooking, and shutting their mouth. And they just doing whatever they wanted to do with their slaves. You understand? They're for sure trying to take it back there. You know what I mean?
Consular, if I could, that Donald Trump Make America Great Again was absolutely what they intended to do. Like they are doing everything in their power to make America great again. And the time and period when America was great was when white supremacy and white patriarchy dominated the society. You understand? The Negroes was in check and shut up and not participating in politics, and that, you know, they knew their place, and the woman was in the house, you know, being assaulted and abused and suffering all the things that they were suffering. But for our oppressor, it was great. All the things behind, you know, but all the things that led up to the women's suffrage movement and all the civil rights movements in this country to our oppressor, that's when America was great. Before all these people got a voice, before these people had power, before these people had say, that's when the country was great. And that's what they're trying to go back to. Exactly. They want their woman in the home, shutting up and in line and not talking to nobody about their abuse and about their LGBTQ private lifestyle. And they want these blacks not participating in politics, not having a voice, not having the freedom to speak the truth that shames our oppressors for being the devil that the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying?
If I could, Cap, and this right here, I remember when it was out there, like for them, and this is why the ISUPK is so important, you know what I'm saying, under Commander General Yahanna. Because when we talk about a white Jesus, we talk about Christ being black. To them, that's a heresy. We know it's the truth. And this is why, because when you look at the Bible and you really understand who Christ was, who Christ is, and who the Most High is, you understand his mission, but you can't understand that wrapped in white skin because it doesn't fit. You see what I'm saying? Capitalism fits the white Jesus. You understand? White supremacy fits the white Jesus. And this is why no one can really, this is why, going back to these debates, no one could ever beat the ISUPK, and I'll say that because of this. Because we have in our school name the word practical. The thing is, the gospel has to have real world application. The thing about that's why they stay in the theoretical and the philosophical. They can never get to practical because practical, it makes sense and it's applicable. But they don't have that. Okay, you say God loves everybody. Show me where it exists at. It doesn't. It's not applicable. It's not practical. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
And the gospel itself says that that's not what he said. He said, I'm not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You see, when you go to these milk scriptures and understand what his mission is, it crushes Christianity and they can't stand it. So now they're trying to go all the way back. They're trying to rewind their clock, but they don't have enough time. Are you?
That's right.
If I could go ahead and can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Come on, we can hear you, sir.
If I could just add something, several of the delegates that voted was asked, why did they take such an archaic vote? And they said what white America does not realize is that white America is losing its population. And they need to get women back in the houses having babies because they can't get the upper hand on population. So they wanted to make sure that they could make a whole lot more babies. And so they're trying their best. It's also in the Project 2025, I think it's called.
Come on, sir.
Yes, sir. General there.
So like you went out, sir. We can't hear you.
Salaka, General.
So that problem, which is, let's just put these women back in the houses. But if they, as evangelicals, if they read the scriptures and they understood the scriptures, they would have also understood that the longer they kept the children of Israel in captivity, the longer they would have infertility. The Moses himself became prominent and powerful based on the infertility of Pharaoh's daughter. So this is exactly what happens to every empire that tries to enslave the Lord's people and keep them in chains. They themselves begin to become depopulated. And just like the scripture said, it was the exact same thing in the past as it is now. The Lord said, the more they afflicted us, the more we grew. And the same is happening right now. And they are in a desperate panic to make sure that they can try and match those scriptures back up. And it's so true what you said earlier, Yahanna, how this is not a religious organization. This is a political arm of the political system. And it will adjust. It was so liberal a few years ago. It was so pro-liberal when it needed white women to get out the house to become, business people and workers because they needed money. Then they were all liberal and all hands on deck for liberalism. Now that they're running into a population problem, they just turn around and change their vote for whatever works for white supremacy, not for Christ's kingdom or for any. First of all, voting period is not even an issue when it comes to the Bible. Nowhere in the Bible does the Bible give you a vote on what decisions God is going to make as right and wrong. Like the decisions already have been made in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And the priests sit down and just like the scripture said in Nehemiah and in other records, brought forth those records and the people obeyed them. But this is a political party, you know what I mean, that's cloaked in the idea that they're going to be religious. And of course, black Uncle Toms have not learned. And something else I wanted to add too that you brought out as well that was very heavy. If I could touch on real quick, like when we look at the Christian church in terms of the Southern Baptist Church, I mean, how well do black people recognize that the Black Southern Baptist Church was erected because of terrorism? You have an entire Christian religious organization built on terrorism, built on the back of terrorism, because that's exactly what it was when crosses were being burned on your lawn. It was a clear act of terrorism and a clear act of genocide, and it was worse than what is happening to the Palestinians as those settlements are being set up, and the Palestinian homes being bulldozed. They didn't even have conversations with us about it. They just burnt a cross on your lawn, and you and your family had better fled into the woods that night and leave everything you have behind, or you were going to end up being burnt alive, hung alive, buried alive, tarred and feathered alive like never before. The terrorism has gone on and on and on when it came to us. So that church has nothing to do with God and everything to do with white supremacy and preserving themselves and thinking that they can now go forward in the future, just like any dumb kid. They think the solution is, well, we'll put all the women back in the house and get them all pregnant, and we'll be fine. Which, of course, is never going to work. So what are you?
I'm sorry.
So like, if I could, I mean, cut y'all cap.
No, yeah.
If I could, and they're about to have a clash. If I could, General, because Paula White, she is now. It's funny because Paula White, she's the head of Donald Trump's presidential House of Faith office. She's a white woman, so it puts them in a unique position. Again, now I believe she may be Pentecostal, but it puts them, those who align with Trump or in the Trump doctrine, it puts them in a unique position because now they have to reassess the woman's role in their organization or in Christianity.
Right.
And it's going to be a sight to see because, like you said, General, they absorbed a lot of those women doing in that church, and a lot of those women they come from very powerful, wealthy families.
Yes, they do.
When I mean, just being out there at Nashville, you had some of them Caucasian women. I mean, pulling up. I mean, you could tell they were from wealthy family. They was out the Grand Ole Opry down there.
Yep.
I mean, you know, they were
old money.
Thank you, General. Old money. And then they had a position for them in the church. So now it's almost like how does this look? And I'm pretty sure everyone not going to relinquish power that just that easy if they're looking at the organization. But it's going to be a sight to see, and some are already on board. But this is going back to that white supremacy, General, that you always bring out when it comes to them and their religion, their God, and what they believe. So like
So, like, if I could, what y'all all bringing out so heavy, it reminds me of, the years ago, Commander General Yahanna told us about these things coming to pass. You know what I'm saying? Commander General Yahanna told us that as we went on the streets and we taught, and as we, started to push this truth, and as the truth started to expand and reach out, to the four corners of the earth, that the nature of the battle was going to shift. You know what I'm saying? And right now we teaching the truth, but a lot of this maneuvering that's happening is our oppressor knowing that at some point they're gonna have to address us publicly. They're gonna have to address the truth in a major way, and they know that these women that they've been teaching these lies to not gonna be able to stand in battle. They're not gonna be able to stand on the lies that they've been pushing. You know what I'm saying? These oppressors are gearing themselves up to have to battle against the truth. And a lot of this maneuvering they doing is trying to get their soldiers on deck. Salaki, if I could, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Put the women and the children away. Let's put away the childish teachings. Let's put away the peaceful Jesus. Let's put away the apologizing Jesus, or the Jesus that love everybody. Let's get ready to really talk about what it is that this white Christianity is all about. And they know to be able to push to be able to try to reestablish the evil that they indoctrinated us with, they're going to have to battle. They're going to have to fight. And it's not going to be pretty. It's going to have to be ugly. It's going to have to be, they're going to have to speak to their congregation the way that their congregation need to be spoke to. And that's not the place for a woman. It's not this glowy, wonderful prosperity preaching. It's not the prosperity gospel. It's the doctrine of, fighting the enemies and standing against the heathens, and all of them scriptures that we know is the Lord prophesying how we're going to triumph and overthrow our oppressors. They're going to try to take those same scriptures and flip them and show that we are the enemy. We the ones that's invading. We the ones that's trying to assume all of the different things that these devils are going to try to do to fight against the truth. They got to get these women and children out of the way, and they got to get these, Salagi, if I could, and many brothers could attest to this. We having battles right now on the internet all over these different platforms, and these devils are coming with new approaches, new lines of questioning, new ways of trying to attack the scriptures, the milk scriptures that we pull out, different ways of trying to reanalyze what Christ said to the Syrophoenician women in Matthew 15 and 24 when he was on that sent but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. They're trying to reanalyze these different doctrines of, when Christ sent the disciples forth in Matthew, the 10th chapter, and said, go ye not into the way of the Samaritans, but go rather to the lost sheep. They are right now having brain trust and in rooms and councils trying to find out, how can we flip these scriptures on these niggas? How can we turn this around and make it so that our doctrine stands and we can defeat them and show them that they racist and they this and they that? And that's what all of this maneuvering these churches is doing. They're reestablishing that white male patriarchy so they can get geared up to battle against the prophets of the Lord. And they're not going to be successful, Salaki. They're not going to be able to stand against the truth. Because Captain Cahoon, what you said, the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge. The one thing that these devils cannot get around when it comes to the truth is that everything that we're saying, you can take it and apply to your life, and you can apply it to the world that we live in, the society that we're living in, and the word of the Lord springs true above all doctrines and all philosophies that these devils have worked hard to try to create.
All right.
So like you saw you.
Hey, can I say one thing?
If I just jump in there, I listened to what he said in the meantime, so like, you'll forgive me. But it's not so much they're coming with something new, Cap. I done told you all, Charlie Kirk and his wife, they done expose their whole movement. They are listening to the ISUPK speakings across camps and from years back. So it's not so much that it's new, but now it's like what the internet has done to sports and boxing and everything like that. In times past, you had to send a man in a trench coat with some big old shades and a hat and a camcorder to sneak in the arena to film, to scout the opposing team. Now, you could sit and watch which hand Steph Curry shoots in when he dribbles twice. You could watch how many steps Kyrie Irving takes before he crosses and pulls up. You could watch that on the bus before the game. You could watch that in the locker room. You could watch a compilation of the 100 best pitches from whichever baseball player. Brother, they're sitting and watching us so much, and now they're studying us. So it's more focused on what we say. So it's nothing new, but they're really watching what we say, brother, because they realize, hold up, what they're saying is real. It has substance. It's real. All the cases Commander Johnny Yahanna won against Liberty Place. You think that's a small case? They spent $250,000 with defense attorneys on that case. We walked in there with the Bible and the Most High and won. They're studying us, Ak. They're studying every battle, every boot kiss, every time some devil agreed with us. They study BBC interviews, the ABC one, Commanding Journey Yahanna on NBC. They're studying everything he's saying, doing whatever, because they know what we have is the truth. And really, how they're coming up against us now with our doctrine is not to defeat us. It's to try to take it over. They will adopt the truth and try to put a white spin on it, which is why Charlie Cook said Christ didn't do away with the law, he increased the law.
Yep.
His wife said, we Christian, we should forgive the shooter because that's what Christians do. When in the fuck has a white Christian ever said no shit like that?
That's right.
Yep.
They're watching us, and they know if they could hijack this, like the civil rights movement or any black movement like June, anything black people have done that they have got their hands on, they've made it lucrative and made it appealing. If they could hijack this, they would have in their mind solved the Rubik's Cube. They would have solved the jigsaw puzzle. They would have Uno reversed and draw 4 and win the game. That's what they're watching us like a hawk, brother, like a hawk. So,
can I get one scripture? Cap, you said something heavy. Can I get the scripture? Can I get the scripture of the parable where the master sowed a good seed, and then the enemy sowed. They came out there at night and put bad seed out there.
I believe it's the wheat and the tares, sir.
I'm sorry, Cap.
So like the parable of the wheat and the tares.
Please give me that, because what Cap Mashak said is so right. Like they can't beat the truth. So I got to make a hybrid or something genetically modified. This is why you never change what you learn in this school. Never try to change or try to make the truth something else. For all our brothers out there that's in the ISUPK, hold fast to what we got, because what we got will conquer this society, this world, just like Christ said. And it's so heavy because a demon always returns to his point of origin, which is darkness. And that is one thing that they can never escape. Going back to practicality. The truth has a gravitational pull, meaning this. When you look and see all these days, you see all these current events that Commander General Yahanna and the generals bring out on the Black Watch on this channel. All these things, as the more events comes out, the more it pulls you. The picture's starting to get clearer now.
Yes, sir.
This whole thing with the Israelis and all these other countries and things, our message is starting to come more into focus. I'm sorry, the Lord's message that we carry as vessels. Mm-hmm. But that is proving more and more why they must do what they do. You understand? They're doing this because they're getting, once, like Captain Shock said, it's nothing new, but they're getting ready to ramp up that doctrine they have. But before they do that, let's get the women out the way. Let's get these out the way, because that doctrine is about to be a catalyst in that, and you better believe it's coming. Go ahead, Captain Shock of War. I'm sorry, Captain Ahmad. I'm sorry, Salak.
Kawakana, sir. Matthew chapter 13, verse 3. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. And some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth. And forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them.
So, like, is this the one where the enemy came by night?
This is
no. So, like, I'm talking about the one where the enemy came by night and sowed bad seed, and the servant spoke to the master in the morning. That's the one I'm talking about. Salakia.
You talking about the sower, the parable with the sower.
Yes,
the sower. I think that's the one he's looking for. The one with sower.
Okay. So like, sir, Matthew chapter 13, verse 25.
Baba Kashar.
Okay, come on. Matthew chapter 13, verse 25.
Salaki, go to 24. Start at 24, Salaki.
Verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat.
You see that? That's what they try to do with the truth. We out here sowing good seed, teaching the truth. But then while Look at all these fake groups out here. I don't even want to get me started on these fake groups and all these different doctrines out here trying to take what we did and then switch it and make it what they want.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They came by night and did what?
Slugging. They came by night. Slugging.
We have Matthew. I'm sorry, Matthew. Book of Matthew. What verse? What chapter?
13 to 25.
Okay, let me get that with you. Go ahead.
But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares?
You see that, man? Like the servant had asked the master, man, didn't you sow good seed? Like you see see people, they would try to change the truth, man. You understand? We sow good seed. It make you, a lot of this stuff will make you question. You ain't strong enough. You be like, damn, we sold good. Nah, it ain't nothing we did. We teaching the truth. The enemy done this. Enemy out here in the same field that we out here in. Go ahead.
He said unto them, an enemy hath done this.
What have done this?
An enemy hath done this.
That's why they coming against the ISUPK, man. They coming against because the truth is so powerful. You got people, celebrities, politicians, everybody's starting to sound more and more like the ISUPK. Why? Because it's practical. That's why. Why do you think they're talking about let's go to the black nail salons instead of the Asians? Because it's practical now. See, now it makes sense. But it took some pain. It took some pain for you to realize that now.
Heavy point.
Commander General Yahanna has been saying this years, and the same thing with Mississippi. We've been arguing with black people in Mississippi for years.
Constant.
But guess what? Now you about to get the picture. And that's how prophets are. That's how you know a prophet has been among you, because they warned you years before and tell you what's coming if we don't get together. And now everybody, I guess now in Mississippi, they want to hear the ISUPK now. Because a 1-year-old got shot outside of a Walmart from accused they stealing diapers. They accused him of stealing diapers, shot inside of a car. You understand? But what did the master say? Go ahead.
Come. And he said unto them, an enemy hath done this. The servants said unto him, wilt thou then that we go and gather them up?
You see that? They was ready to go out there and, rip up the tares. You understand? And I understand that sentiment. Trust and believe. Sometimes you want to go out there and just rip up the goddamn tares. But the master was wiser than the servants. Go ahead.
Come. But he said, nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest.
Let both grow together until what?
Until the harvest.
Go ahead.
And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them. But gather the wheat into my barn.
You see that? That's wisdom right there. He said, wait till they all spring up. See, we in a time of harvest, brothers and sisters. Whatever seed you sow, you're going to see the fruit of it. You understand? He said, don't do nothing now. Wait till they grow. Wait till the time of harvest. Then I'm going to separate the wheat from the tares. And that's why we got to stay true to the seed that we sown. You understand? Which is the truth. Because there's a lot of people that's sowing tares out there, and see tares can almost look like wheat. If you understand anything about husbandry, it's almost close to the wheat. So if you're not careful, you will end up cutting the wheat, trying to get to the tares. He said, nah, let them fully grow. And that's how we're gonna know who's who. And let me say, he said, take the tares and throw them into the what? The fire.
Right.
You understand? and burn them. Oh boy, that's the day we coming into now, man. You see that? Thank the water, Captain. Like if you're not careful, see, once again, you understand, we often imitated but never duplicated. 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York.
That's right.
1969. You understand? We the wheat. And you got tares out there who are like hybrids. Try to take a little bit of how we look. And they look like it, but they're not the real thing. And he said an enemy have done this. So when you see all these people saying this and they ISUP, they not ISUPK, they some other group and all that, that's okay. Their works are starting to be manifest. You're starting to see it on YouTube right now. You see, their works are starting to testify against them. And then the first time the Lord used water, this time he used fire. Those are two elements of judgment that he used to show in the end who was right and who was wrong. We getting close to that time now. We in the time of heart. We know we're loyal to our soil. We know what seed we sown. It's too bad for those who go by, going by what the tares do. I yield.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna post this picture up on the internet and put no caption needed.
Oh, come on.
Damn, that was heavy right there. Like for sure. If you ain't really seen it, you don't get the full gist of it. And bro, you pull that shit up, it's like, hold on now. You might pull up some of the wheat with the stairs right here. That's insane. Salaki.
And so Salaki, sir, if I could, Captain Kahan, what you just brought out was so heavy, man. This Christ said, enter ye in at the straight gate. For broad and wide is the gate that leadeth to destruction, but narrow is the one that lead to righteousness, and few there be that walk therein, paraphrasing. And it's like, if you didn't come into the truth under Command and General Yahanna and the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York, you didn't enter the straight gate. You wasn't battling, if you wasn't, in these classes and learning these precepts and these breakdowns from General Muhammad and General Mayak and General Hazayan, you understand, and General Katham, General Shawamar, General Kabalamov, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't go to Hebrew Academy, you understand? If you didn't learn to battle with your brothers and learn the Yad Karab, if you didn't learn the Lashawan Quadash, if you didn't salute the Torah, you know what I'm saying? If you wasn't at the Passover and like if you didn't experience these things that these righteous men of the Lord have committed themselves to experiencing and to come in through the strict tutelage under these men that Commander General Yahanna has raised up, you would not understand this picture that Captain Mashak put up. You wouldn't understand the breakdown that Captain Kahan just gave. Like there's so many brothers that just don't understand why this is the only way. And they watch us and they tune in and they try to imitate, they try to duplicate, but the spirit of the Lord is not with them. There's so many brothers and sisters that are like the vagabond Jews in Acts the 19th chapter. Like they try to go out there and they speak about the Paul, they speak about Yahushua, and the demons is like, I know Paul, I know Yahushua. Who are you?
That's right.
So like it, they know Commander General Yahanna. They know General Muhammad. They know the men of the ISPK 1 West 125th Street. But who are you? And it's so many brothers and sisters should just wake up to understanding and realizing that there's only one path to the truth and to fully living righteously. And it's all, and the way it is today is how it has always been. The Lord has raised up prophets and raised up leaders and raised up men that we should follow. And you can oppose that if you want to. You can stand in opposition if you want to. You will end up like Dathan and Korah in the wilderness. You will end up like Saul and the men that followed him when they battled with David. You will end up like the Pharisees and Sadducees who fought against Christ and his disciples. Now is the time that the Lord is preparing for the harvest. And brothers and sisters, if you're sincere, if you're truly seeking the Lord, you should come into the ISPK and Commander General Yahanna and commit yourself to being a part of building this nation the right way that the Lord established. So like you said, I yield.
That's right. That's right. Salaki, General, I don't know if I would like to get that BB story before we close out. I don't know if you to wild with it, sir.
Oh, absolutely. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Come, yes, sir.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go. BB right now, he's he received his divorce papers.
Oh my
I think Trump served him with divorce papers on Monday and let him know that he ain't going no further in this union. Yeah, I mean,
they released $300 billion of Iran's money.
Damn.
Talk about getting paid off of war. Iranians just got paid off of war. And I bet you a bunch of that money, a lot of people don't know. But I'd put money. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
That a lot of that money is Iran Contra money. Money that was seized after it was exposed that they were gun running between El Salvador and Iran and the United States, selling drugs and selling guns, financing wars with Iran, piled up billions of dollars that was seized after it had been exposed back in the Reagan era.
Right.
Obama released quite a bit of it as well when he got in office. And now Trump, being in the position he's in, is forced to do the same. They said this. They said some of the people that were at the news event said this was one of his worst news events. They said because he was breathing heavily and he was making sounds, as they put it, their quote, that was like Darth Vader. So they're very concerned about his health because the stress of him having to capitulate was quite a task for him to have to come to.
Good night.
So it's like you said, Netanyahu is pissed.
Salaki, sir. What you just said could be some foreboding in that these Israelis know how to accomplish their mission. And if Donald Trump is turning cold and going against what they want, they put it in the media that he's breathing heavy like Darth Vader. And next thing you know, Donald Trump is, has suffered a natural, cause of he's passed in his sleep or something like that. And now they get a president in there that's going to continue the job to do what they need to be done. So like I said, I don't want to get too far into the conspiracy wings, but John F. Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln, you know what I'm saying? Some of these other presidents,
it wouldn't be the first time. Salaki, go ahead.
It's kind of what comes. Some of these presidents that stand against the banking cabal and stand against the Zionists, somehow they just happen to, magic bullet with John out the Dallas out the suppository building. You know what I'm saying? And these different unfortunate mishappenings. Donald Trump was breathing like Darth Vader when he said that he could no longer support the Israeli regime and he's capitulating to the Iranians. I don't know what happened to Donald Trump. Yeah, y'all know he was breathing hard a couple days ago, and now we get J.D. Vance in there to complete the mission and do the job. Salakia, sir. Salakia, Charlie Kirk was talking out the side of his neck until he couldn't talk out the side of his neck. Salakia. And they still ain't came up with the information and the revealing of what happened with that.
Yeah.
So, Salakia, just
you bring it.
Donald Trump, Salakia.
You bring it out a very heavy point. It ain't like they didn't do it before. You know what I'm saying? Here we are right back around again. Like they want to push their agenda and they want America to finance it. And they are literally go bring the world into the prophecies of bringing this thing down. And if that happens, the world will have gotten so much closer to the Third World War.
Right.
And the evangelicals will be saying it was the Lord.
Right.
The Southern, that same Southern Baptist Church will be saying it was God's will because he stopped the agenda.
Salaki, if I could, General.
Please, Ken.
And then in the front page of the New York Post, they got the quote love bomb with Donald Trump's face on it for Iran. And it says, and I quote, President says Islamic regime not radical, end quote. His deal showers mullahs with cash and no sanctions. Now this here, Salah, I'm trying to get through this show.
The Post been so racist so long. They just absolutely experts at how to write that shit. They don't even have to say anything racist. All they gotta just say showers the mullahs.
I mean the language is animated.
God, allow you.
No, if I could, it's so heavy. It reminds me when I used to watch, when I started watching international news, I started to see how the language. It was just funny because Americans, they talk a little different, and when they get into the language of international affairs, it's funny to me. I remember one time it was this East Indian politician that got unalived, and they had about 100 shots in the car. And the journalist said, the car was badly mangled, and the car was peppered with bullets. Why are you using the word peppered like a salt shaker? It's funny. I yield, gentlemen.
Like you seasoning a pizza.
Exactly. Like pepper. Like he got shot up. He got 100 shots.
It's bad, and not only that, it's going to be very painful for the white supremacists. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gung ho WWE wrestling White House had to take a loss. You know what I'm saying? It's had to temporarily back away. You know what I mean, from this deal. And correct me if I'm wrong, get me right. But I heard that he turned around and had to say and said that something to the effect of Netanyahu should watch his mouth or said something a little reckless about Bibi, did he not?
I think he said he on his own. He said if he ain't handle the next conflict the way Trump wants him to handle it, he'll be fighting everything on his own going forward.
I mean, they put the president in a pretty pickle because he has to choose between allowing the videotapes of the baby raping to come out versus, continue the Iran war.
Yeah.
And that's a hard set of pills to swallow, you know what I mean, between the two.
Yeah. And they done, the election season with the midterms kind of kick off already with all these local elections and mayors. So who knows if this is even a part that he had to come out and say it now to try to win at home, because like Rome losing home as quick as he's losing, abroad.
And so is that what's happening? Are these local elections going south on him?
Yeah, they're saying this whole midterm run, the Republicans is in bad shape. They're saying right now, just as like how they're saying that people didn't necessarily vote for Trump, how they kind of just didn't want the Democrats back. They're saying it's damn near like reversed on Trump now. It's like it's not that people voting for the Democrats because the Democrat Party is so damn weak. They don't have a front runner, main one. They're saying they're just tired of Trump. They feel a lot of his base feel betrayed. And like he lied to them. So this midterm right now is like he damn near has to grab it by the neck, or else it's gonna be bad for them.
It's gonna get them gas prices coming down. I mean, it's about to be peace in the Middle East. It's gonna be like life is going to be. He gonna ramp down that racism. He gonna really be a politician up until November.
Right.
After November, well, shit. Man, it'll be on after that.
And General, one more thing, like how what you all was just proposing there, where the Israelis could talk about how he was talking because they had something else planned. The same day he made the statement against Israel and Bibi, because he said, you know, Bibi, we had a lot in common. We had good times together, but you're on your own. He said they had B-52 bomber crash with absolutely no wreckage.
Wow.
Just a big black spot on the ground. And then, of course, you know, the internet, the conspirators is like, it's a huge plane. It was built to fly and built to stay up. How could it crash and there's no wreckage on the there's not even a wing, not a tire, nothing.
Wow.
Just black. It's just the whole ground is just black. And they're saying, what if Bibi just showed you what he could do by himself, Trump? That's what they're saying. They say, "Oh, I'm on my own. No problem. Let me show you what I could do on my own," and brought down the bomber. They said the bomber was falling, I think, a mile a second or some shit like that.
A mile a minute.
Sound like they hacked that joint and shut the plane off. Like they always threatening to do to black people's cars.
Right.
Hack in it and shut the damn thing off. You know what I mean? And Edomites, I've been hearing Edomites on the internet say something that to me just tickles me every time I hear. These Edomites are coming on the internet and complaining about the Israeli influence on the United States, and they're calling that influence being occupied. Like now they taking the Palestinians argument and saying they too are being occupied. White people love to be the victim.
Yes,
like now they're saying they are occupied by the Israeli government.
Yeah.
Like, man, God, it's like it.
It's not so like it, sir. If I could, well, Captain Mashak just brought it about this B-2 bomber. Now, Tucker Carlson did a whole series on 9/11.
Yeah.
And the whole uncovering of the conspiracies with the plane that crashed into the Pentagon with no fuselages and no tail sections. He did a whole breakdown of what happened in that plane that crashed in Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania, where they didn't recover no plane parts. And it seemed like what happened with this B-52 bomber could have something to do with, you know, some of what they saying happened with the conspiracies with the whole 9/11 thing. You know what I'm saying? It could
Amazing.
A Tomahawk missile just slammed against something and took it out the sky, and there ain't no pieces to be found. There ain't no wreckage because it was obliterated. I don't know, sir, but there's a lot that the oppressors with they, you know, journalistic coverage have been bringing out, and it could be along those veins of what BB showing he can do if he don't have the support of the U.S. government. Salaki.
That's heavy, Salaki. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to cut you off, General Salaka, sir.
Oh, go ahead, Cap. You got it.
And the Israeli government is saying that it's a bad deal. They use those terms and it's saying that it don't address the security concerns of the Israeli government. And then now Trump and his constituents are now firing back, saying, "Well, that's not our problem now. That's not our problem. The problem is American interest, and we have to get the Straits of Hormuz open." To revived, like you said, like Captain Machado brought out, because now going into if you go into this election and you don't have the gas is high, you already gonna get slaughtered at the polls. So you know what I'm saying? But they don't like it, and you making $300 billion is a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I also heard that in that they said it was a 14-point peace plan. I think they missing about 22 more points. But they said it was a 14-point peace plan. They saying now that it don't even address the nuclear concerns.
Nope.
Like it's no new. Like before, that was, I think Susan Rice was talking about it with Bill Maher. She said that before this, you had nuclear restrictions on Iran. Not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's nowhere in there. So that means now that they really have all the cards now in that region, and they are expressing regional dominance with this deal. This peace deal in essence says we won. Iran won.
Mm-hmm.
Iran checkmated him, and they don't have to wrestle in that water right in the Straits of Hormuz because they have took the high ground.
Yeah.
So like,
well, at least up until the election, and then this animal will be back again. But it is very interesting how every time they make a move to, quell this cancer growing over there in the Middle East. It seems to metastasize back on the scene in some other way.
Yeah.
And it is becoming more and more the focus of the rest of the world to be focused on the Middle East. And to be quite honest with you, in 106 or 107 days, I found it quite remarkable how the entire world went from being sympathizers and, caretakers, if you will, of the Israeli regime to becoming worldwide despisement of them based on their genocide, murder, and killing all over the world. And as well, the United States has constantly made statements about how the Israelis are constantly spying on them. The recent article came out. So now we know why, that they want to make sure that whatever their interests are does not get derailed by American power. And they may even believe that they can, step in and use American power on their own. Because, of course, there's rumors out that they are trying to merge parts of the Israeli military into the United States military. I don't know how true that is, but it is definitely something that is circulating out there. And if it is true, we are watching an amazing, like I always talk about, an amazing time that we're living in the end. While there will be sufferings, there will also be, almost, guaranteed prophetical steps that will just make it so crystal clear what we should do because of what is happening before our eyes. And it is an amazing thing.
And to add to what you're saying too, sir. Like black people, we need to wake up and recognize to hurt the white man. We don't hurt the white man by protesting with placards. We don't hurt him like that. Iran show you how to hurt him. His pockets.
Yeah.
You understand? That's how you hurt him. That's why we say black people have to segregate from them, from these people. Yeah. We integrated, but it's just the money that we had in our pockets integrated with them. And they segregated from us. You understand? Iran showed you how to hurt him. And I'm talking about the war. I'm talking about the pockets. I ain't talking about the bombs or the guns. You understand? I talk about they hurt the white man pockets to the point where Donald Trump had to come and make a deal to save his career, to save himself from going to jail because they would impeach him. If he lose in November, they're going to try to impeach him. You understand? And he more than likely, will be sitting in jail if they're able to do it. And he knows it. So, he caught, he caught between, because either way, in his mind, he done. So why not take this chance to survive? And then come back after November, because we ain't hearing nothing about the ships leaving. I'm gonna say the ships, the carriers leaving and coming back as yet. We hearing nothing about that. Which means they're sitting out there waiting. They're waiting on orders. You understand? Because I think they still have to sign it. They still have to sign it come Friday.
Come.
And they say that Ben Gavir, it's my Ben Gavir, brother. They want to talk about us being racist. If they were able to place some of these Israelis, cabinet ministers, Hitler might, Slovakia, but might want not them fellas are, because the way the reckless way they're talking, brother, to the point where Trump, I believe, and them had to tell Ben Gavir that they're going to need your fingerprint to come into America. You understand? Like it's getting to that. This could be theatrics, who knows? But come November, after November, as General saying, we'll really see what the white man is about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Listen, Cap, I was holding this thing here. You bring the same point out. Like he for sure is you're going to see some amazing shit between now and November. You're going to see distraction. You're going to see him playing nice, then he playing bad, then he playing this. He's going to do it because he said it. This is an article from Reuters on January 6th. This is Trump said to Republicans in the 2026 congressional midterm elections. You got to win the midterms. This is in quotations. Because if we don't win the midterms, it's just going to be, they'll find a reason to impeach me. Trump told Republican lawmakers at a retreat in Washington, I'll get impeached. And this is January 6th. So you best believe everything from now until the morning of January 7th, it's going to be a stage show. It's going to be smokes and mirrors, and it's going to be wicked, like the Wicked movie, General, like he broke down. It's going to be, fireworks and flying monkeys and everything. It's going to be a distraction all the way because of how bad his affairs is at home. And that comment he made when they asked him, does he consider the American public when negotiating with Iran, and he said no. He said that about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't think he understood how much damage that did to him. I think his pride and stuff in speaking, he probably thought, he could say it and his faithful would remain faithful. Like the white man probably doesn't even understand himself that if he can't eat, his foot will be his enemy. His finger will be his enemy. He didn't understand that part. So it's bad with them right now. It's absolutely bad.
So like if I could, Cap, and what you're saying is so right, which is why they get ridiculed. It's the shame on their face. They're the laughing stock of America right now. These MAGA people. I've been looking for a red hat for a long. I ain't been seeing no red hat. Where the red hats at? They're ashamed to even wear it right now because they right now got duped and they got suckered. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump then suckered them, man. You know
heavy point.
Sorry, sir.
Look, I didn't mean to cut in. That's a heavy point with them hats.
The cut them on cut. I ain't seen no red hats, man. I haven't been seeing them, and it just go let you know they ashamed and they got suckered and they the laughing stock. And I love rubbing it in. You know what I'm saying? Every chance I get, I take pride in it. You understand?
That's
because they had that pride, and that pride gonna be brought low. Like Trump, what he's doing, like he really, and it's so bad. What happened with the Straits of Hormuz is so bad. Because they saying some supply chains and the energy market has changed forever. They said it'll never go back. The damage that they did by shutting down the energy supply markets changed. Some economists saying it'll never go back the same.
Yeah.
Some people lost billions of dollars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Heard that.
They lost billions. They said some of them boats out there, they had to dock. And they were sitting out there for weeks, or some of them months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of them, they doing donuts out there trying to say, can we go? They waiting on the call from their country. Oh, you can't go yet. And they got to pay them people on them ships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it didn't cost them. And then certain goods are perishable goods. So they got to make it to a destination within. It's so much stuff that didn't happen in that, and not to mention the ecological effect of those that got fired on it or they got out from their water. That is a whole nother topic. They won't even let not the EPA, but the United Nations and them people get off in there and check the damage of what's the water like over there. So it's just, man, it's just like these heathens can never be in charge, man. Like it's so heavy, the problem is so real. So like how you do it.
And I think they say that Oslaki, go ahead now.
No, I was just going to say quick to Arakap. What you were saying too at the beginning of the radio show, Black people better pay attention because we will be the distraction. You understand? Like we might be the distraction until November. Like what else could he do to win November?
I'm telling you, like they learn from George Floyd. They learn from Michael Brown. Like it ain't just the riot control, but they look at the reaction, the economic. The white man, he do an autopsy on everything.
Yeah.
he do an autopsy and everything. I always compare stuff to sports. You know, old school sports with black people, we would rely on talent and skill, what you feel to do. Like the white man break your tape down frame by frame and see where you plant your foot, see how you weight. He break everything down. He cut it streamline and he could see every movement. So he knows the effects of social unrest. So like you say, Cap, I'm wouldn't be surprised if, you know, it just turned into a hot summer once he get past the 250. He do that 250 in July, and they do that car race, I think is in August. That not Daytona, what the Formula One? Pass that shit out. You best believe it might be something horrible on the back end of this thing here, just to distract everybody. I don't think it'll just be in America. I think it's going to be a connected thing worldwide, because George Floyd wasn't just America. Remember, George Floyd made its way to Europe, to UK. They was tearing statues down in UK and dumping them in the sea. He don't think he can do the whole autopsy on that and see the power it could have to galvanize people, which is why they had them over there talking about no justice, no peace. I can't breathe. Like, who knows what they have in play, brother, you know, to win these damn elections.
Right.
You know what I mean? And to Kahan points, like Kahan, I know you was talking about the trade routes. They were saying some of the countries they trade with done found alternate suppliers.
So,
I mean, that's what they say. They say even though he bring the tariffs down, they say some of these routes and these the economies is going to take years to recover. It's so rough what he did, because it's a big kid in the White House. It's a child that, you know, you give a child a puppy and they start to swing the damn thing around, or, you know, yank it by the tail. Like that's who's in the White House. Like a kid who could never be told no. Never be told no, got to abuse everything, got to see how something breaks. Just, you know, do what he feels. What he feels is God's will, so he just does it. And now he's looking at losing the election and going to jail, or BB and them coming out and showing his, you know, his ego, his huge ego. That's what I'm talking about. He's in a real, you know, he's in a pickle according to white people. He's in a real pickle, boy. Like, he's badly off. So we'll see. If another B-50 fall out the sky, just look for the Yamaka close by. Don't look for the Yamaka on the ground, because damn.
God, so like, sir, if I could, would you brought up that statement he made back in January 6th? They won't have to find reasons to impeach him. They'll just look at everything he did during this whole Iran war debacle. They'll just look at the financial records. They'll just look at his, you know, look at him and his son's bank accounts before the war and after the war. They'll just go and review. I've seen there's congressmen who have testified on the congressional floor that they have the records of the financial transactions that Donald Trump and his sons made, the bets that they made in the stock market prior to the Iran war, throughout the duration, and the ways that they have capitalized off of this whole thing. It's been insider trading the entire time. Donald Trump will make a statement about they about to make a deal, and all these bets will be these put options will be put into the stock market. Then Monday come, oh man, no deal. The stock market crash. Him and his sons make hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars. Then a couple of weeks go by, he come and say, okay, we might have a ceasefire coming up. Then some stocks get traded, some put options get put in there. Then the weekend hit, then the Monday come. Oh man, you know what? The deal fell apart. These Democrats is not being bought out. They've been tracking the progress. They've been tracking the financial statements, and they ready to testify. The problem is Donald Trump controls the Department of Justice. He controls the Supreme Court of the United States. He controls the Congress, which is where you have to go to get any type of bills approved to go to the next level. So if these midterms come and he gets voted, he lose any power, the jig is up. And it's not they're gonna have to find something. No, they'll be able to tell the truth. Somebody will be able to listen to the truth, and all these devils who supported him are gonna have to see this rich man who never had a successful business in his life, that his entire career is built on what we were talking about earlier, the marketing, and the propaganda and the promotion here in America. Donald Trump has never had a successful business, yet he's been looked at as this great billionaire, amazing guy, when he really was just good at marketing. He was good at presenting himself as, some pompous and upstanding businessman. And he got into the presidency and used it to, completely did what every president has ever done. And we're just honest about the presidents that go into office, and when they come out, they bank accounts increase 1,000-fold, just like Donald Trump's did. But Donald Trump he's not a savvy politician. He's not skillful like, George Bush and Barack Obama and Joe Biden. He wasn't able to go in there and finesse his way through the whole thing. He did it messy and sloppily, just like he did with them Epstein files, just like he did with the Trump Towers and the Atlantic City and all the other business ventures he's ever done. He's a tremendous failure. And at the end of the failure, everybody who he owes money is coming after him. And this time it's going to be the United States government and the people of the United States, with the same devils that attacked them during January 6th. There's a whole nother wing of devils that are come attack them for stealing their children's and their grandchildren's futures and all of the evil that he did in the stock market. Salaki, so I hear.
Listen, Cap, you so right because Salaki, go ahead, because please.
No, go ahead, sir. Salaki, I'll wait.
You sure?
Come.
All right, those I was just gonna say, like you so right, because even when he says they'll find something, that's just he's telling them, but he knows. And I'll give you a case in point. This weekend, right? You had this ex-UFC dude called Daniel Cormier. He said Eric Trump contacted him and asked him, who did you all rig the fight this weekend? Who's gonna win? And he posts the text messages, right? I don't know if you could see it here. Hey, Daniel, I'm going to be attending UFC 250 tomorrow. Saw you were casting. Hope to see you there. He hits him back. Anything, then he goes down. Anything you can tell me about the fighters tomorrow? Who you got winning? You placing any bets? Are any of the fighters injured that you know of? I'll just cut to the chase. Are there any of the fights tomorrow rigged? I've been eyeing Lopez fight, and I think an upset wouldn't be too unrealistic. $. They're doing that same insider betting thing, like how the fool bet on Maduro getting taken out that weekend. This Daniel Cormier, because he's an ex-UFC fighter, he's coming out and saying, he has respect for the sport, and this was below and beneath him, and blah 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 blah. And of course, later on, they put the squeeze on him, and he deleted the tweets and said he was hacked, and that's AI. And then Eric Trump come out and say that's an AI post, and it's not real. Like a hacker gonna hack Daniel Cormier, like he's somebody to hack and make an AI post. So they're really just down and dirty and underhanded about every fucking thing. Like a fight to stroke your daddy's ego, you trying to make $1 million.
Yeah.
Right. On the anniversary.
On an anniversary. You wouldn't go fight yourself. You anybody injured? I'll cut to the chase. I've been eyeing this cat some like these niggas is just horrible. They're thieves, they're bandits. Yeah, it's go ahead,
You're right.
No, Khan, sir, just to piggyback on what you said and Captain Soccer War said, I think the Lord let Donald Trump get in office. He's the perfect microcosm of what America is. Like how Captain Soccer was describing, Donald Trump hasn't been successful, but he's been good at performing and good at marketing. And when you look at his family's history, they're criminals. His grandfather came over here. He was into brothels and illegal liquor during the Prohibition. Like they come from a lineage of criminals. He was a coward that fled the war in Austria or Germany, one of them. Like he's the perfect microcosm for what America is. Just an illusion, a front. Like the whole thing of Donald Trump never had any substance. Like Captain Slugger was saying, if you go and actually look at who he was and what he has done, he has been a complete failure. But he has always been good at marketing himself as appearing a certain way. And that is the absolute epitome of America. Like America has always been a failure. They call it this great experiment. This experiment has failed. It's been over. I don't know what hypothesis and what conclusion they trying to draw from this experiment. It's failed. It's a failed experiment, and that's this place. It's just built off an illusion, and I thank the Lord for the UPK because it's like the Matrix. It's literally like the movie The Matrix. Like you come in, you get pulled out the Matrix, and you able to see. It's like, oh, this is bull. It's garbage. I told my rib the other day. I said I wouldn't be surprised if the government is just paying people to drive on the roads to make it seem like it's traffic, to make the cities seem busier than what they are. And we was laughing. And then I seen a video about how there's actual malls across America that pay people to just walk around the malls to appear busy so that people can want to shop. Like this entire place is an illusion. And I don't think we necessarily know to the extent of how much all of this is just not real. It's fake. It's just to make it look a certain way. So like,
God damn.
Come.
Listen. If anybody knows where the application to walk around that mall is, just send it to me. All right, send it to Mashak Mayam on Facebook. Yeah, I got a few buddies. I'll put some buddies in that mall for you. Don't worry about it. Let me know if you need me to walk in and out a store too, just to hear the thing ringing, boom, boom, so it can seem like you have people to walk around now. Come on now. Like you said, we have people get arrested for loitering. You paying people to loiter? Come on, send that application over here. Send that app over here, brother. God damn. Right. Good night. That is, I mean, and you imagine they'll have the money to pay people to do that.
Exactly. Right.
But then, act like we are strained on the economy.
Right.
That's wild. That is wild.
It's like we are strained on the economy, but the Iranians, they got reparations.
Right.
Yep.
They use that term. I think they use that language for a reason in that peace plan. They said we want reparations for the damage that you caused.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Come.
That's wild. Listen, Trump. We had to watch this Trump and Bibi thing out because, the Israelis they're known for doing some underhanded something.
Come on.
And you have your pager and your two-way beepers and stuff. Put them far away from you. Don't keep them in your pockets. Them things go boom. It's like it. Go ahead.
Now, I was just gonna say, sir, let's not forget that when all of this began, people were speculating Donald Trump the Israelis must have had something in them Epstein files that he was petrified of. Because none of this Iran stuff made sense from a strategical, tactical, diplomatic, military standpoint. None of it made sense. If your house shot that back in 30 years, they're going to look back at this as the hugest blunder in American foreign policy ever, because nothing was accomplished except for Donald Trump and his sons and whoever they was in cahoots with making money. Not only have they unleashed billions of dollars for the Iranians, they withdrew all of the things that, Obama agreed to with them not getting a nuclear weapon and this and that. But also think of the strained relationship of all those Middle East countries. OPEC fell apart in the middle of all of this. The United Arab Emirates are now at the mercy of the Iranians. Saudi Arabia is at the mercy of the Iranians. All of the impeding of Israelis into Lebanon, all that gets withdrawn and rolled back. This position that the Iranians have in that land is so fortified after this whole entire thing that none of it makes sense unless Donald Trump was so petrified and afraid of what they was going to. And keep in mind, what have we not talked about in the last 2 months? Nobody talked about the Epstein files.
Yes.
They didn't got Pam Bondi out of there. They didn't got the broad that was in charge of ICE out of there. They didn't got everybody out of there who was culpable in that whole charade. And we haven't even heard the name of Jeffrey Epstein no more. Talk about a distraction for the midterms. This whole Iran war was a distraction from the Epstein files. Now that he got from under the Epstein files, he needed a distraction to get away from the whole Iranian war. And don't think if what prompted him to get involved in all of this was him being afraid of what the Israelis was going to expose. Don't think what the Israelis going to they're going to take their hand off the table. They're going to not keep that as a trump card, pun intended. No, they absolutely are still in position to force this man to do what they want him to do. So who knows what he's telling them, how he's signaling, listen, man, just let me get through the midterms. Because guess what? If Donald Trump doesn't make it through the midterms, not only is he going to jail, but so is all of these people that supported this whole entire thing. And that Israeli, now I'm not gonna say the Israeli stranglehold falls apart because the Democrats got the cat Cory Booker supposed to be next to take over the Democratic Party, and they got their fist so far up his behind. If they cough, he going. So like, if they cough, it'll come out his mouth. You understand? Cory Booker is so. It's like, isn't Cory Booker the cat they got on videotape giving a piggyback ride to a man at a
to the rabbi, Rabbi Smalley.
He's down super bad. So it's not like the Israeli plan falls apart, but it was so much easier getting it done with Donald Trump and his rhetoric and him signaling to, the racism in America and all of that. But if Donald Trump doesn't go the way of Darth Vader and give up the ghost, then he very well may have to see, along with him being impeached, along with him going to prison, he's going to have to look at the Epstein files and all the pictures and all the videos, and he may have secured enough money for himself and his children to where he's like, look, man, I watched the video a couple of weeks ago. Donald Trump was looking at the Lincoln Memorial. They said that man was standing there defecating on himself because he got a diaper on.
Good night.
They showed Donald Trump standing there looking at the statue saying, it looks good. It looks nice. And they made him stand there for a second, and they said, watch in 3 seconds. If he shake his leg, that's he just defecated on himself. And sure enough, 3 seconds later, he turned, give a little shimmy shake with the leg. They was like, yeah, this man is defecating on himself. How can he be the president? And it's like, you can't say they're wrong. He might just be at the point where he finna give it up anyway. I'm going to go. I did my last ditch effort for my progeny and for the future generations of the Trump family. Now I can just go. Let it all be exposed. Let's show everybody how my wife was a bought and paid escort from Jeffrey Epstein that was bought over here, and how after Epstein and them ran through, I took her, made her my wife. Let the Russians come out with the urination video, given that Donald Trump like to take golden showers, they said. Let all of it come out, and Donald Trump will just go to jail or give up the ghost, and his sons will walk into the future with all this money. And then, the Israelis can keep up their plan with whoever comes next. But just let's not forget that all of this started because he wanted to get away from those Epstein files. And the Lord has committed to the truth being exposed, and all the things that's hidden coming to light. Donald Trump is not going to escape this no matter what he does. So like it.
And just to add to what you're saying too, Captain Sakawa, I think it was either a week ago that was talking about the Epstein file. There was they call it the Situation Room, where they was trying to come up with ways to deal with stuff that's going to be leaked. You understand? Like, so they more than likely knew that he was going to make the deal, so they're preparing that if it do leak, they know exactly how to go about dealing with the media.
Right.
Because they was talking about trying to go get Tucker Carlson to come and do some interviews, with some of them in there. You understand? So they knew what he was going to do, and as I say, he's not getting away from the Epstein file. The Epstein file is going to follow him. You understand? It's going to follow him.
So, like, if I could too, on that Cory Booker, he got to watch his back, because okay, it's so bad now. The next Democrat has to be more extreme. That's the only way. It can be milquetoast. Like the thing, and this is how I know the Republicans, they are playing for it, because Nick Fuentes said this. He said that if the Democrats take over the next election, he leaving the country. And he said that because it's gonna have to be somebody like Zamdani, or like a more, I ain't gonna say progressive, more radical, extreme. So I mean, so far to the left, because the pendulum swing both ways. So now the only way to counter the extreme MAGA movement is to be extreme left.
Mm-hmm.
So they saying that, see, like a person like Cory Booker, he wouldn't stand a chance because of all the precedents that Trump set. You get somebody who's savvy enough, and that the Democrats, because really the Democrats, they're willing to take whoever to get them in power. That's just the truth right now.
And whoever the small hats like.
Exactly. Whoever the small hat like. Exactly. So they'll double cross later on, but they'll take whoever to get them in the seat.
Mm-hmm.
Get them in the driver's seat. And it can go way left. You know what I'm saying? It can go way left. So that right there is the influence of who the people gonna follow. Who can I get to refurbish Obama's base? Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Salaki. Go ahead, Khan. Finish up, please.
I was this, sir. Salaki, I yield.
Listen, I see what you're saying. Like this Cory Booker, he's too much of a clown to be that extreme with the Democrats, like what Kahan's saying. Like you would need somebody who he kind of have to be Trump on the left-hand side, damn near. He had to be that. And okay, this is one person they ain't talking about right now because he's still a governor. But I seen it early with him. That Westmore, that's gonna be the one. But they're gonna put him through late, not in the beginning, because they're gonna want to purge these out, almost like what they did with Trump in his first term. Remember his first term? It was Rubio, the Ted Cruz, and he kind of had to go and berate all of them to win. They're gonna kind of do that with the Democrats, but without the berating. But they're gonna let them see that they can't do the job. They're gonna need somebody else. Because this Westmore, I don't think this Cory Booker is ex-military. But Westmore, I think he's a vet. He's a certified vet, did tours, got badges, all kind of shit. He a governor. He's still relatively young. He still could appeal to both sides of the political fence and the age group and the gender group. So I see exactly what you're saying. This Cory Booker, he done hoard himself a little bit too much. Look at this. What is that on his head? Is that supposed to be a yarmulke?
Yeah.
Oh, sir.
And just to add to what you're saying too, right? The problem with this Cory Booker is that the Democrats, like, he have plenty respect. He command plenty power in there. And I just realized, I just saying that Rabbi Smuley is his handler. It's his handler. You understand? That Rabbi Smuley right there is his handler. And him, even though he might be a clown, he gonna be a good puppet for them.
It might be.
Yeah, he gonna be a good puppet. Like he will do whatever they tell him to do. Like he ain't gonna blink. You understand? He ain't gonna blink. This dude right here, he ain't gonna blink. He gonna be like, "Oh, I just said these words. All right." He wouldn't question shit. Salaki.
If I could, Cap, and what you're saying is so heavy because the Democrats haven't seen. Well, as far as I say, the last one they had, it really was on that fundraising was Nancy Pelosi. I got like that one there. That she raised millions of dollars, boy. It was hard. Like that's why she stayed in that speaker seat for a long time, man. That over there, boy, she was raising some money, so it was hard. Like even the Black Caucus was scared to challenge her.
Right.
Like they had a chance. There was a time when what's that woman? There was a woman from Ohio. She had a chance to challenge her, and they said no. You go ahead, yield to her because can't nobody raise money for the Democratic Party like her. You know what I'm saying? And like they have yet to find, I think, someone. That's probably why he's kissing their ass because as far as financing, how you gonna finance? How you gonna, you know what I'm saying, these campaigns and so forth and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they got their hand in both spectrum. And Trump know it. He know that they got their hand in the Democratic Party as well as the Republican Party. It used to be Republican Party. Used to be Democratic Party. It's just a shell of what it was. But like you said, the politics are so divisive now. It's nothing when you campaign. Either do you believe in Trump or you don't believe in? Are you with Trump or you not? That's where it is now. It's not You know, the financiers are that back. They'll deal with the details later. The devil is in the details, but we'll deal with that later. We just stand out here and say what you for and what you against as far as him. And then we'll work out all the health care and all the social issues later. But this is your campaign slogan here. I'm pro-Trump. I'm anti-Trump. Not freedom. Not pro-freedom. Not pro-liberty. I'm anti-Trump. I'm pro-Trump. This right here is a laugh. Look at this. They turned this nigga into a sandwich. This is a goddamn great.
Salagi, sir, if I could.
Lord. Talking about he knows somebody named T-Bone. Nigga, please.
Brother, the pictures with this kind of, the more I scroll down, is the worse it gets, brother.
I'm telling you.
Gets with this cat here. Like, I damn near, I'm not even sure if this one is even real. I want to give him the benefits of the doubt. The shit is so, like, what in the fuck is really going on here? Like, what is going on here with Cory Booker and this damn rabbi, brother?
Salak.
Please go ahead. I was just back, man. This is some disgusting.
So, like I was just gonna say another one of them names, one of the earliest names that emerged. Now, you know, all the politics, Esau politics is all charades and smoke and mirrors, but one of the cats that was staunchly positioning himself to be the bold Democrat that would speak against Donald Trump is that Gavin Newsom out there in California. But that Gavin Newsom is a diabolical devil. Like, he's Democrat and he's, you know, liberal and all that. But the policies that he's enacted in that state of California absolutely decimated the Black and Hispanic community out there. He has done nothing for the poor and impoverished people in that state of California. But because he's anti-Trump, because he's even said we need to do what the Republicans are doing, but for our side. They playing dirty, we need to play dirty. When Donald Trump and them started to gerrymander them states, Gavin Newsom was the one that came out and said, y'all want to gerrymander Texas, he said, y'all want to gerrymander Texas, don't worry, we'll do it in California. We'll do it in Virginia. You know what I'm saying? But looking into the history of that cat, that Gavin Newsom he's a gangster devil. He come from a family of gangsters and underlords, and he's worked his way into them politics and gotten in positions of power, you know, in the same way that a lot of these devils get into politics. And the whole game is not meant for us to win. And it's just, it's a shame that our people get so galvanized and so charged up by the news and the media and the propaganda that we be thinking someone who's against Donald Trump is a win for us. When someone who's against Donald Trump is not a win for us. There's arguments online now where there's Black people saying Donald Trump was evil and horrible, but we still can't vote Democrat because the Democrats are going to do this and going to do that. And I'm looking like, do you actually believe that the next thing that comes from the Republicans after Donald Trump cares about Black people? And for the leftist liberals, do you really think that these devils care about you? Like, don't you see that on both sides, they're just trying to devour you? It's like they're choosing who's going to pick up the scraps, who's going to be able to pluck the bones. And we in the middle thinking that, you know, one of these is going to be a win for us. None of it is going to be a win for us. No matter who wins, whether it's the Democrats or the Republicans, the children of the Lord are going to suffer until we turn back to the Most High. And that's why you can go and talk to the Republicans, go and talk to the Democrats, but all of them will say that we are evil and we a hate group and we teach and lie. I mean, we teach and hate and we the Black KKK, because both of them know that the truth that we teaching out of the Bible about Yahushua and about the Most High stands to take away their power, take away their authority. They want to sit over top of Black people and be under the master's table, getting the crumbs before us. What they don't want is to actually overthrow the oppressor. What they don't want is to actually have their own table where we in rulership and power, because they like being under our oppressor. What we got to realize is that the only way we're going to get out of this thing is by turning to the Most High and getting back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because whether it's Gavin Newsom or Wes Moore or Cory Booker, hell, I seen the Republicans saying these radical right-wing conservatives saying they want Tucker Carlson to run for the Republicans in 2028. They want Tucker Carlson to get up there and be the new face of American conservatism, anti-Israeli propaganda, and it's like, okay, whatever y'all planning to do, just know that the Lord's people not going to be a part of it, or we know that you don't have nothing good for the Lord's people, and so we're not participating. We're not joining. We're not choosing a side. We're going to choose to serve the Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, that Newsom, he's a liberal Republican. He's not Democrat. He's like
not a Democrat. Oh, you mean Salaki?
Meaning he's a Democrat, but he's a liberal Republican. He's not like a Democrat. You get the point? He's all that talk he talking. There's going to be serious segregation, with him in power. He already said it. Remember, he said, "I failed high school. I'm like you guys.
I'm like you guys."
What the fuck is he talking about? Oh boy, it's a rough time, man. Listen, you gotta come find the Israelite school at UPK quickly, because Trump done abandon Bibi, so shit is bad. The is killing black people. Planes is falling out of the sky once again. Yeah, I mean, they at the polls fighting like dogs. I know the DC polls was rough. It was rough with that DC poll. They're trying to become the mayor up in this place. They really want to get in the stream of the money, because they think this place will never die and it's continuing, not understanding we in the last dance. We in the final chapter.
Yeah.
That's right. Definitely. So for sure, General, if it's the war with you, we're definitely gonna wrap it there.
For sure.
All them stories. You know what I mean? Don't forget, check out Commander General Yahanna live every Monday night, 9 p.m. right here on the same channel. The real General Yahanna. We're going to be going through all the stories with the whole crew, all the generals up there. The cookout season, stay tuned for it, man. Try to make it to all these zones. If you're close by, take a drive, take a plane, take a train, get down there, see what's what. We in the last days, find the ISUPK near you, pay your tithes, 10% all your increase on earnings must come into the priest of the Lord. Again, to Wallace, to Commander General Yahanna for coming on through.
Y'all for having me. Appreciate it.
Come on, cancel to Wallace. Alawapanya. Barak. How I'll see y'all next week live on the UPK.
That's right.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man, shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga. I pray where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies, this hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert, another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, I ain't listening, is effective. If revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jake. So Tower War, we gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I came to do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit like it ain't on who got this gun, it's on who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think
out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.